All right, get in the zone, buddy. Get in the zone. Something. Lock in. Um, we're good, right? Yeah, we're good. What is up, everyone? This is Boo 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 Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. And okay, I gotta get this off my chest. It's not really an off my chest moment. It's like I thought it just came to mind as I was talking to you just right now. But yesterday, my sister comes by. We're chatting for a little bit, and she tells me about her son, who just told her that he just had sex for the first time. Way to start the morning, right? So my nephew, would he feel embarrassed by me bringing this up on a stream? Who cares? So he lost his thing, and it was weird. It's this very generational thing. So like when my sister was telling me this, she was like, yeah, like his dorm mate for some reason recorded him talking to me about this. You know, so my nephew and my sister, you know, his mom, whatever, they were talking over speak. So she was on speakerphone, and then some third party was filming it, as if, I guess that's a thing these days. You know, it's just a thing that young folks do. And I'm hearing my nephew talk to my sister, and he's like telling her, like he was talking in some lingo that I didn't really understand. Something standing up on business and something, you know, and he kept calling her bro, and that just kind of got to me too. I'm like, yo, dude, if Jay talks to me like that, I'd be like, I ain't your bro, nephew. Some shit like that. So then my sister and I were talking, we're all like, dude, we're old, man. We're all talking this mess. Saying our, and we're bringing up our own lingo. You know, and I brought up how in a recent video, I think it was one of the housing tour videos. Sorry, I'll talk to you guys directly in a bit. In one of the housing videos, I did it live, so I was saying hella times, dude. And so someone calls me out. He's like, yeah, dude, like here's a drinking game. Like take a shot every time Soul says hella. I'll be and I responded to that real quick. I'm like, dude, I'd be hella dead, or everyone would be hella dead. It was funny though. But yeah, yeah, I forgot, like standing up on business. That's something that I think young folks say right now. And I was like, stand up on business? Isn't that just like stay on top of your shit? And she's like, yeah, I don't know why they say it like that. I'm like, I don't know. I think they're just trying to make some stuff up to make it sound like, oh, we're really forward looking. Look at us. You know, we make up like this new lingo and shit like that. And I'll just hook this guy up. Okay. I'm feeling generous. He gave me like a crappy quality thing. All of that. Oh well, whatever. Standing up on business. You know, a more recent one that I like is people saying, dude, lock in. I like that. I like that. My sister was the same way. She's like, oh, I picked that one. I like that phrase. That phrase sounds good. Dude, lock the fuck in. Let's go. That too. Let's fucking go. That's a big thing. That anyway. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Tuesday. Sorry, it's Tuesday. I screwed that up last week. It's Tuesday. It is 1 week. Actually, 1 week plus a lot of maintenance. And player housing will be here. Holy shit. What a journey. What a journey. I don't know how many folks out there who have been watching me for years and years and years. Y'all are rare ones, but I love you. Y'all have seen me like talk about it, preach it up, talk it up, and now it's coming. Oh my god! So we're gonna do a little bit of light prep. I haven't really been doing too much. I've been doing like just a little bit of light testing and exploring on the beta, just trying to get some more profession notes. But I've been also working on something that I was talking about just the other week, meta achievements. So I'm pretty close to completing the War Within super meta. But there's only two things that I'm really missing, and it has to do with like spawns or some shit like that. So like, so under Crystal Chronicled, so I need to wait for like a certain daily to come up, so I can do like the kids game thing, and I don't know how to do that exactly. I'll figure it out. And then there was another one for I think rares. Yeah, I think it's rares here. So I just need to, I need the Coral Weevil Callis. I don't know which invasion this is, but I need to take care of the. I think the one pirate. I don't know which thing they're from, but last week it was a Vrykul invasion, so I knocked out all those, and then there's just like these two that are left. So I just need to find out which invasion this falls under, and then I think under I gotta do a lot of weird clicks for this. Under the Koresh stuff, what's this one? Oh, I need to do a rare. Oh, I need to do a hunt. Yeah, or warrants. There we go. I have to do a warrant and make this Arcana Monger Sozer spawn. But I also need to do warrants anyway, because I've only done 2. No, I think I've done 3. But I only need to do 1 more anyway, so yeah, that's it. Do you know if we're getting Elf Exteriors in early access? No, we're not. I mean, it's kind of a foregone conclusion. We haven't seen it yet, even in the beta. We haven't seen it on the PTR. We're not going to get it for early access, unfortunately, right? But it's also early access, so there are like very limited things that we're going to be able to explore. But it is going to be a lot. A lot of legacy stuff will be available. It'll give us a chance to get our feet wet, get actual levels, but more than anything, building experience. We'll be doing a lot of like self-discovery, because we're going to be learning like this kind of new way to play the game, or this new this new skill set inside the game. How good are you at building houses? Of course, it doesn't exactly mean, oh, if you're not good, you're never going to get into groups. You know, the consequence of like not being good at housing, or hell, this really highlights, you know, the game trying to introduce something new that is not just PvE, that is not just PvP, that takes collection, and does a whole lot more with it, you know, as opposed to like just, hey, I have a thing, my achievement score go up much higher, yay, what to do? Let me say hi to people, because I've not said hi to people yet. Oh, what's up to Arumix, the first person to say hi? What's up to Puddle Jumper, and to Darth, and to Struth Gaming? What's up to Arcadius and Blue? Hey, oh, early. You're early today. What's up to Dragon and Boomer, to Bank Zone? What's up to Brudahead, to Grotsnack and Akrame, to Minion, to Phage, and to the rest of y'all. The beautiful digital smile on the face is going to be joining us out today. Hope everyone's doing well. Like I said, it's Tuesday. Let's relax. It's Turkey Week. All right, over here in the U.S., we slaughter birds, and we eat, and we make awkward conversations at the table. I'm gonna have a weird week though. I wanted to take as much time as I could squeeze in to make sure that I have like little guides and videos and all that stuff for early access once that starts. And then of course there's like, hey, here's what's coming in the patch, because you know there's more stuff coming too, not just player housing. But of course I'm going to be out of town too, so I'm not going to stream Thursday. And that's kind of it for you guys. I'm not going to stream Thursday. I don't plan on having a weekly, unless there's like some crazy news or stuff to react to. But I don't imagine people at Blizzard are going to be like really active in the office. We might get a build this week, but that's that might is doing a lot of heavy lifting. As far as I've observed, there isn't any scheduled testing for this week. Cool. So we'll just see how it goes. But if anything, like I'm sure that the team for the most part is going to be busy just making sure that the patch rolls out nice and good next week. I didn't forget about YouTube chat. They're there. I see them. I said what's up to Struth Gaming. Haha, haha, haha. And to Bangsa. So there. Anyway, let's see. Can I ask something to test on beta? Will be a good video, I guess. You can ask. You can always ask. Alright? You can always ask. One of my told girls says bro way too much. I try to torment her with a back. Bro. I'll just mirror it back on him. Like, yo, Jay, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah, it was bruh. Now it's bro. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Do you know if we get? Oh no. Are you thinking of doing a community housing ward? I have not thought of it. No, I have not really thought of it, and we're doing a roulette. Oh no. Okay, I at least want you to stare at this for a little bit before I do the roulette. So I did this whole chromatic. Oh, let me take off the blacksmithing stuff. I did this whole chromatic look. You know, I am the remix. That's kind of. I did a similar thing with, and I really liked it with Shadowlands, where I just called myself I am the Covenant, where I wore like little pieces from each Covenant. I thought that was neat. It was cool. I was very proud of it. It looks terrible, but it's very cool. So you've been getting your garrisons right now. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I mean, for people who want like the extra recipes, that's going to be important. But of course, there are resources there as well. I'm going to be very curious how the market's going to eventually respond to the demand of housing. But I guess before any of that, I'm mentally preparing myself for disaster. Absolute disaster. I'm counting on, you know, how the neighborhood's just like being on fire, everything being all jacked up. I'm counting on people making a house and then some weird thing happens and then their house is rolled back or some shit like that. I'm kind of like, yeah, that's weird. How come the head didn't change? I'm gonna do a redo because I think that kind of like that was odd. Yeah, everything's checked, but not everything changed. The chest didn't change. Yeah, so I'll do this again. I don't like doing redos. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's really good. Oh, I love it. So check it. Everything looks almost normal until we go downstairs. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Here we go. Let's do that for posterity. Yesterday on social media. It was Mog Monday. For those who are familiar, the WoW team, they post stuff every Monday, over on Twitter and Bluesky. They they just put up some person's transmog. They feature them. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I imagine a lot of folks, they submit their screenshots and all that, and like, hey, check out my shit. Yo, this looks really cool. But they won't be able to do that for much longer, will they? Nah, I'm kind of fear mongering, but at least like the current pricing for Transmog, it's just too high. That's really it. And I spent the weekend watching people say it in every possible combination of words. But that's really it. It's just expensive, right? It's just expensive. Final love, let's go. Hey, what's up, Kondo? Little worried I might feel overwhelmed trying to get stuff in housing. I do have an idea what I want my intro to. It's like Spencer Estate entrance from Resident Evil 1. My advice to anyone and everyone, even though I'm doing it and I'm telling people like, hey, here are tools to get things, and there are other videos out there. It's like, okay, here's how to get all the reputation stuff and blah blah blah. Don't rush it, man. This is not season 1 of housing. This is just boom, it's it, and then it's just gonna grow. That's it. It's an evergreen thing, and you'll be able to get more and more stuff. And you just shouldn't rush. Like if you were to be like, yeah, I'm really into it and blah blah blah, but then you're like trying to build your house and then you're like done in like a week or so. Let's pretend. That's cool. But then what about like several weeks from then, or what about down the road and all that? And then you decide, oh, you know what? I think I want to do a rebuild. Maybe I want to do a rebuild and all that. Like I've been looking at this as like very much a. So the approach that I'm taking is just mine, but I just want to do like one room at a time. And even though I know that I might end up doing a teardown anyway, I at least want to put my time into like making each room like feel cool and special and stuff. So as much as I want to make like a giant gun outside. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to spend most of my time during early access getting together the pieces that I want for the cafe, and then see how that encroaches to like some of the other rooms. So I do want to make like a cafe, a living space, a small living space for myself, and then like kind of a guild hall-ish sort of thing. That's the plan. My plan, at least. You honestly don't think Blizzard won't make housing seasonal laws? I mean, how would they? Yeah, like, sell me on it. Convince me of the cynicism. But no, it's it's not season 1 of housing. I understand why patches next week and not this, but with the extra time off, it would have been nice to have. It would have been nice, yeah. But that's the timing of things. That's how it goes. Have they said on if the remix housing stuff will be available on regular Artail or will it be gone? Yes, it will be. Well, they haven't announced anything, but data mining has shown. Actually, I don't know if it's testable on the PTR or not. But if you go to, I believe if you go to the Vindicar, there are vendors that will sell all the Legion remix stuff, and they sell it for Veiled Arcanite. I don't know how much it goes for. I haven't checked in a while. I don't think I've checked at all, actually. No. Don't lie, Soul. Yeah, I haven't checked, but you will be able to buy the stuff from the remix. I have an idea of how I want my first room of housing is going to go. I want to do a stairless double floor room and then build my own stairs up to the next level, but go stairs up on both sides. Okay, let me reread that. A stairless double floor room, and then build my own stairs up to the next level, but stairs go up on both sides of the room. Oh, so you want to have like, you go in, big wide opening, but then you go upstairs a different way, kind of like that. Yeah, that's a boss battle kind of thing. House battle, mecha house like that'd be sick. That'd be sick. For one, I could see seasons being a thing, and this will make Decor only seasonal. They were extremely adamant about avoiding FOMO. They straight up said, we're going to not have FOMO in housing. So, I mean, it's weird to say, oh, I trust them, but it's like that's a stronger basis for what I think their direction is going to be. Blizzard doesn't want to be in the office during the holiday to jump on patch issues. I agree. Yes, the FOMO will be seasonal housing when MS wants some money. If they wanted some money, then they'll just add stuff to the shop. That's and that's already a thing. So, let them. I'm not gonna buy into it, and if I did, I'm just gonna use gold. So I'll just make it off someone else's time, or they'll end up gifting it to me or something like that. Rumble, hey, what's up? First thing I want to do is put up some Christmas lights in the house. Undermine will take care of that. Engineers can make a string of lights that are at least like multicolored, and you'll be able to at least take a look at that. All right, so let's see. Let's go off to Siren now. Real content, baby. Woo. And then later, I want to look at Goose's place because I didn't look at it on Thursday, and I feel like a monster for it. Didn't you say that there wasn't a whole lot? It was like a staircase or something like that. But we'll take a look. First, though, Siren Isley. Hope they kind of go full Animal Crossing with a special visitor or something each day of the week. They end up preparing, kind of like fishing derby every Sunday. I don't know if it's going. I don't know the schedule, but they do plan on having like visitors coming in, and then you would eventually like once you do I think once you do enough stuff with them, then they start dropping by and giving you stuff or giving you additional quests and things like that. All of it's related to housing, and like nothing else. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's not so bad. All right, so which things do I need again? I need not the sea scorpion person, but let's see, that one and that one and that one. Okay, so I need Coral Weaver something or other. Coral Weaver. Oh, it's a Naga one. Okay, well, what kind of invasion? It is Serpent's Wrath, so it's a Naga thing. Which means I'm going... That's not it. You are over here, though. So I'm here for your ass, I think. And then who's the other one? The other one is... Flank Master Bluebelly. That sounds like a pirate. Ooh, that is definitely a pirate. And they are kind of all over the place, but I'm basically going to just chill here. Content, baby! Woo! Real gaming. You just want concept spiral staircases besides the room? No. Alright. Damn, sick of building stairs step by step, lol. Is there a single item that stairs? No. I mean, how would that work? I guess. I mean, I guess they could do like a certain angle, you know, certain like upright angle, and then what? Because, so let's pretend there's like a set stair thing, just one, all right? We'll workshop this. There's one set of stairs. How high should it go up? I think I would want it to go like fairly high, and at the same time, if I needed to not go that high, then I would clip through it, or I would just clip it under the floor. And even when you go, if you were to try to go from a second to a third story floor, there is like a couple yards of clearance between floors where you can still like phase things through, and it won't be awkward. So that, you know, that could work. But ideally, I guess we would just want to have like, you know, multiple lengths of stairs, but also with the styling and everything. I guess it would depend on what race. So we would need to have like all sorts of different racial kinds of stairs to make it fit the vibe. Yeah. Or how about this? If there was like a certain kind of way we can clip things together, like if stairs had a way of like making it easier to segment, then that could work too. Do stairs just like the Sims does. I have no idea how they do stairs. So you'll have to help me out on that one. How do plots work with a guild? I heard it keeps making more neighborhoods to give everyone a spot, but not quite sure how it's exactly distributed. Like, could it end up with 1 or 2 people alone? No. So here's the dealie of guilds and guild neighborhoods. So GM makes the neighborhood. Cool. The guild needs to have at least 10 people in it. And then, ta-da, you have your guild neighborhood. Now, let's pretend there are 10 people in the guild. There are 10 active people in the guild. And all 10 people want the exact same plot. You know, they want the same spot. If they want that, they can't all have the same spot. As much as cool as that would be, they won't have the same spot. What needs to happen is most of the neighborhood needs to be filled up before the game spins up another layer for the guild. So I'm just going to throw a pretend number out there. 50 plots. If 45 plots are taken up, then the game will be like, all right, cool, I'm going to make a new neighborhood. And so now, I don't have the beta up right now. In the housing menu, when you choose your neighborhood, you'll be able to choose the different layers for your guild. So that's how you would be able to navigate to. So as for navigating to other people's neighborhood, I'm not entirely sure on that. I think some people here, they might be in a guild in the beta that's big enough that they do travel between the different neighborhoods, but at least in the guild, they can just select a person who has a house in the neighborhood and just do the whole visit house thing, and then they'll jump to that person's house along with jumping onto the layer that they happen to be on. So that's kind of how it works. Or actually, well, that basically is how it works. Take me out of the pool and watch it. Oh, I remember that. I would do it at the height of a single wall section, each staircase piece. That's how Exiles, Power, etc. do it, and pathfinding works great. So, I guess what I'm curious about is stair staircases. How would that hook? Because they would need to um they need to develop something where, you know, they have a start point and then they create an endpoint, and then somehow they need to understand this where the start point and end point is, like, oh, is always like friendly or something like that, so that way it just kind of automatically builds. But yeah, I don't know how the Sims does it. So it's the head of a single wall section. Wait, what do you mean by pathfinding, actually? I don't remember too much of Pal World building. I played it for like a good week. I was like, oh, this is cool, this is fun, and then I just like, just totally like fell off. I think it's because of the automation in it. I'm like, oh, this automation is weak. It's so basic. But I mean, that's not like the point of the game. So, what's up, Mikhail? Let's see. I am currently camping for Coral Weaver Kaliso. Oh, I think I have War Mode on. I can think that's okay. That should be okay. Famous last words. I mean, my hope is that being in War Mode, there's a less likelihood that other people will be here and I'll be able to get the tag, so it's got to be fast enough. I don't know if it does it emote before it happens. So 6 or 7 minute respawn. Yeah, we'll see. A gurgling giggle and a sound of chains dragging across the sand cuts through the seaside. Oh, is that the... I guess that's the emote that I expect to see. Well, I'm very bad at seeing that, so we'll hope for the best, and I'll just chill and wait. AI sees the staircase as one route for pathfinding for pens and so on and so forth. It keeps them simple for debate. Oh well, I mean, well that's a different. That's kind of a different thing. We're not even talking about. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're not even talking about like pet pathing and all that stuff yet. Yeah, that clearly is not going to make it for early access. I'm hoping and praying that we get like some really cool shit between early access and the official launch. Like I want weapon racks. Blues. Okay, so I think that's it for the week. So I just need to wait for the pirate week, and then that'll be done. So now I'm off to Karesh, so I can see what is being hunted this time. I'm mostly just checking to see. Well, I guess no matter, as long as it's a hunt that I can do, then I'll do it. But I guess I can wait too, because I only need 4, and I have 3 already. So all I need to do is wait for the hunt, the warrant. I'm sorry, the hunt. Wait for the warrant that I actually want. Is there a YouTube link for what? This way, buddy. So AI would just see here's a staircase. I start here and there, and it would make it much simpler for the pet team to get working on in the house. Yeah, I think they would. I think they want to work on. I mean, maybe that could be like something they work on at the same time. But I also wondered, do we need that? You know, if or when they create like a staircase like that, it will be adopted by some people, but it's still not going to give people the really fine. But will it give people the fine tuning and control they really want? Because it's like, what if the staircase starts on a rock? Should, you know, is that going to? There's going to be a lot of, you know, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of work they have to do to make it work. Shatter Pulse. That is not what I want. So I think I don't need to do it. Right? Yeah. Which means I'm good. I'm done here. All right? Yeah. I just need one rare from here. And oh, the Halifal. Gotta go to Halifal too. Um, and then here I just need Arcana Monger's warrant. So I could just wait on this until this time comes. So I could just go to Hazelgark. Actually, I think I should be able to just see what sorts of dailies there are, right? If it'll show me. And you have to wait for that, right? Like it actually has to be the daily where, I'm sorry, the world quest where you play with the kids? Or am I wrong on that? I'm a little last minute. Last minute for what? What, the achievement? Oh, right on time, dude. Because there's just not be a placeable object like a bookcase, then it's up to the player to place, and then not rely on snap, and then since objects can be shrunk or snatched, could it fit? Yeah, I feel like there's like all sorts of complications that come from that. You can buy warrants for different bosses. For real? Oh, that's news. Hold on. So how do I buy a... So where do you get the warrant purchase thing? I want to buy it. Warrants. Nope. Okay, it's not that easy. Yeah, so how do I do that? Look the bosses up. Okay. Okay, that's clearly not the way to do it. The name is... So Arcana Monger Sozer. It's the lures. Okay. So what's the... Okay. If I just look this dude up, then it'll tell me what the thing is that summons his ass. So... Let's see. Made a relatively decent toilet using the stone chair from Dornigal and a stool inside a chair. It actually sits right as long as you flip the stool and not the chair. Your birthday is tomorrow. Nice! So, big 3-0, right? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I'm not seeing a thing about a lure. So... Okay, you need an arcane lure. Alright. Yeah, that's not it. I don't need it that bad. I can wait. Yeah, I can wait. I ain't gonna spend no 60 grand just for that. Although it's not a bad idea to like take those things inside. I didn't realize you could sell them. That's pretty cool. That's pretty darn cool. Alright, so now that Alright. Can I buy this elsewhere, actually? Can I buy this elsewhere? Let's see, who am I thinking? I'm thinking, Jason Morgan, thank you for the Prime, dude. Okay, so, what's the place called? Undermine... Exchange. Arcane Lure. Like, was that a consumable? Shoot. Okay, so how much is... Where can I find this cheaper, maybe? Can I not see, like, more realms? I thought I was able to see more realms. That's odd. Yeah. What happened to that? Did that feature go away? Oh no. Look up cell key? Yeah, so, well, that's these. But then these summon different guys. I'm looking for... Like, Arcane Lure is the one that summons the guy I want. Arcana Monger, what's his face? Yeah. But the thing is, like, I want to find, like, different realms, but it's not... Website? No! No! Question about Guild Neighborhoods. Do you have to create another additional one for on the different faction, as now Blizzard said you can have... So if you want another one for the other faction, you need to have another guild. Right now, there's no way around it. Right now, at least. Now, here's my thing about the guild. Here's my thing about guild and private neighborhoods and all that stuff. I still feel really strongly that we should be able to... Okay, so there are people who... So there are two conversations I want to have on this. One, it would be much more friendly if we're able to just build the kind of house we want in whatever neighborhood we want. Straight up, right? That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Here's the other angle that I'm kind of coming at though. Since guilds can spin up entire neighborhoods if there's enough people in them, what's stopping the game from having a guild neighborhood be comprised of both the Horde neighborhood and the Alliance neighborhood? You just have both. So a guild neighborhood, here's me trying to make it clear. If you make a guild neighborhood, you could just toggle between. You basically just have 100 plots because you have both the Horde one and the Alliance one, and you could just kind of like visit the other one. Can't that be a thing? I'm sure behind, I'm sure under the hood there's like all sorts of crazy shit going on there, but why not have that? Blizzard's happy because, cool, at least the people who want houses in a certain spot, they can have it in their certain spot. But players can be happy because then they can at least have the house they want in the location they want. Now, what that doesn't solve, though, is people who want to live in the Horde neighborhood, but they want to have an Alliance house, or people who want to live in the Alliance neighborhood and want to have a Horde looking house. Like that still won't be a thing, so it doesn't solve that. But it still lets people kind of live where they want too, right? I mean, it's a cross-faction guild. So yeah. But as for what you're saying, Annie, no, I'm not trying to address that one. But I do feel like, why not just have both neighborhoods? So. Are we going to get more templates for houses? Templates? I don't think we have any templates for houses at all. How would that work with endeavors if it's a small guild? So, let me just go into beta since I'm actually done here. I don't feel like spending 50 grand on... Yeah. It's 50 grand for my impatience, so I'm okay with that. Let's get on the beater. What do people do if they're part of 3 or more guilds housing-wise? They make a decision. That's the long and short of it. Sorry. It's one of those situations that it's like, what do you do about that? Aside from maybe having more houses, which I'm sure people would want, but I think that would be unsustainable for them. My opinion, at least. Let's go here. I finally managed to finish a zone. I finished one zone from midnight, and I only did the main story quest. I didn't even do side quests yet. There's a lot of side quest content. Oh man. All right, let me tweet that out. Wanna dude, type slower. Uh. 100-ish plots. Actually, no, I'm kind of dismantling my own idea here. So the problem with that, the problem with combining the neighborhoods like that, I think. No, I'm just gonna stick with that. I'll go with it. Okay. I mean, is there anything more to say to that? Guild and private neighborhoods include both Horde and Alliance neighborhoods, so 100 blocks, and they can use the pull down. Actually, they don't need to use the pull down. Good enough, yeah. Sure, good enough. Oh, Twitter too. That was Blueski. Okay. Are we gonna have good neighborhoods and less savory neighborhoods? That'd be cool. Welcome to the, I don't know, ghetto neighborhood? That'd be cool. I'm gonna leave it to like the RP people to really put stuff like that together. So yeah, the idea that I was talking about with you guys is, hey, what if we had both? If our guild neighborhood was comprised of both, so that way, like, and here's the neighborhood select. So we would use this pull down to toggle between one neighborhood or the other. And it's kind of interesting that it's a pull down like this. Because at least for guilds, like if they happen to have like every slot filled up, then they can have, this many. They would have up to like 20 different neighborhoods to visit, if there are in fact 1,000 unique characters in that guild, which is probably down that really big. Can you make a neighborhood look ghetto? You can make the house look ghetto for sure, but then as for the neighborhood now, you're kind of stuck with that. So, nice one, Balco. How do endeavors get split between your Horde and Alliance houses, or rather the things you do while playing? Do they continue to endeavor completion in both neighborhoods when you run a raid? That is a better question. So it's hard to tell because you're not part of. I'm not part of two neighborhoods, so I think someone else has to answer that question. Actually, I can answer that question, sort of. So, right now this house is level 3. I haven't really switched to the Alliance person, so let me switch to the Alliance person and see if I can align their experience and all that. Make a swamp. Yeah, just make a bunch of undermined stuff and have trash all over the place. We can do that. I am in someone's house. Shit. I never left. This is the improv theater. Ah! Alright, let's go. So, I want to... Actually, I want to go to my house. Yeah, why did I get onto this to a different character? I'm such a doofus. Alright. Other way to go to houses of people you don't have contact with, like if someone who you don't know is putting on a New Year's party and puts their plot address up, are you able to search that and travel there? No, not as easily. Or not at the moment. They intend to want to let a lot of folks be able to visit a house, and I think internally they were stress testing it, but they haven't given like clear answers on it. But as for the ways to visit other people, right now it's limited to you need to be in their party, you need to be on their battle tag, you need to be in their guild, and that's about it. Okay, so I'm looking for the contractor person. You're the steward. You're not it. Where's the level me up person? Okay, here we go. Hello. I don't quite get why we need to talk to someone to level up. Maybe it's just a special thing. I don't know. Okay, so what level is my house now? My level... Okay, that says 3. That has more. Set as active endeavor. Sure. So now... So like the endeavor is done, but the house level's different. What about a raid? Yeah, raid's fine, because that's a party. And I'm pretty sure the XP that I got here was from the endeavor. So it looks like it might be specific to your faction, that is. Now your house now your collection XP, that seems to be shared. Endeavors are not. But what if, I guess if you happen to have the same endeavor across both, so I have a feeling if I was not in a guild neighborhood, then the XP here would match, because the public neighborhood would have, people who are just playing in public neighborhoods, they're always going to get the same. There's always going to be an overlap in endeavors. Well, actually, no, that might not be a thing either. I don't know. Soul sounds like Bob. Is my radio? I don't have a radio filter. All right, hold on. Yoo-hoo. I sound fine. Yeah. Seems fine. I sound normal. Yeah. You're the weird one. Blah. Okay, anyway. That out of the way. Okay, so am I getting this right so far? That XP is unaligned. I guess with endeavors not being a thing in early access, this isn't something that I really need to think about for now. But I won't be. But I can't test this. I don't have a different Battle.net account to test this against. Shouldn't Blizzard clarify how your efforts contribute to endeavors and houses? And to me, you should sound a little trash candy compared. Do I? Right, hold on. Let me turn off all my shit. So, like on my end, it sounds kind of okay, right? Like, does it? Yeah. So I'm not quite sure what you're saying is sounding weird. When I'm close to the mic, it sounds more normal. Let me turn this music off. So, actually, I know what I can do. I can. So I'll do a quick recording of myself. Hey, and then we'll see how that works out. You know, it does sound kind of weird. Yeah. Let's check this. Because when I have mic problems, that's not good. I very much get frustrated whenever I have mic problems. But let me try this. Let me try closing that. So I sound better now, don't I? Chat, here's the number 2 mic check. Now it sounds better? Okay. I wonder what it was. I don't know. Cool. What's up, everyone? This is Coffee with Saul. Oh, that's goofy. Anyway, you're still crazy, dude. Silky Smith Soul is back. No more Bob Soul. Oh God. No, all I did was close this. I just closed my mixer, and then I reopened it again. Like typically, I'll do like a quick mic check, and then I'm like, okay, it sounds all right, and I thought it sounded all right, but I guess not. But yeah, for me, it's just a software thing. So, sorry guys. You open it and it fixes. Yeah, it sucks too because like this, you know, I do a cold start at the start of the day, but oh well. Anyway, so where was I? Endeavor stuff not be okay. Someone was asking about. Shouldn't Blizz clarify how your efforts contribute to endeavors and houses? And to me, you sound okay. They should, but we're still like in this whole testing phase, and right now we're seeing things being unaligned. Now, I guess the thing that we should speak to as testers and fans and whatnot is, what should be the expected result? What should we get? Or, you know, how should this work? I haven't really thought of this because I haven't really thought of the alignment until like right now. So, like, let's pretend let's pretend housing's a thing, and I'm a player who was doing a horde house for a while. You know, doing my thing, whatever, collecting things, blah 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 blah. But then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna switch to my alliance house, or I want to make an alliance house. I've never done it before, so I finally build a house over on the alliance side. I make it. What should happen? I want to say what should happen is this is just the same, right? This has nothing to do with the neighborhood. It's just always the same level. I prefer it to be that way, but it is kind of odd that this interface looks the way it does because we have these two selections, and if it was the same thing, why does it operate like this? Anyway, I would prefer it stay the same because, well, actually there's a drawback to that. What if I happen to have two different endeavors active at the same time? So, you know, it's you know, this one happens to be like a goblin one, this one happens to be a gnome version of one. If I were to suggest that everything should just be smashed together, that means someone who happens to be playing 2 different endeavors at the time, who happens to have 2 active endeavors at the same time, they're going to get more of everything. They're going to get more housing XP. They're going to get, more of everything. And they're not really doing any extra work necessarily, because the endeavor will count twice, basically. Do we know the minimum number of charter neighborhoods and guild neighborhoods? I think for guilds it's 10. That's what we've been seeing. For charter, I'm less certain. I think it's like lower. I think it's like 7 or something like that. Yeah, it should be personal. Yeah, so maybe personal progress is the way to go. Now, here's something that I pointed out as maybe a bug. If you dual box, you get double credit towards completed endeavors. So like there's one of the endeavors is to defeat raid bosses. So defeat 5 raid bosses. If I happen to be a 5 boxer and I'm on 5 characters of the same faction, and I just go to ICC, then I'll basically get credit towards this with every boss kill. Oh, they show the things. So okay, so let me switch to the other one actually. Oh wait, hold on. No, check it. Oh, okay. They answered my question already. Set as active endeavor. Brilliant. Okay, so that's how this works. But what if I forget? Then I'll get mad. Ooh, Blizz. Yeah. That's 100% going to happen. Someone's going to go through a raid night or something like that, and then they're going to be like, fuck, I set my thing to the wrong endeavor, and now I'm bad. And then they're going to get pissed. Mark my words. We're going to see that. Bought a charter the other day and it required 10 signatures. So it required 10 for a charter as well? Okay, cool. As I understand, the endeavors are based on the neighborhood itself, so since you can't build 2 houses in the same neighborhood, you would need 2 displays because each neighborhood could conceivably be different levels. See, that they could be. Now, if you move from one neighborhood to another, that should carry over. But I guess regarding the whole endeavor question, there's no doubling up. You can only work on one endeavor at a time. So, there we go. Cool. Maybe they should make it activate on the character on login? Yeah, but then what if one character just prefers to... But then you would need to assert that, oh, my main character's house is based on the faction that they're on, and that's not necessarily true, right? Look at my new exterior. You updated it again. Oh boy. Do I have you on battle tag? Here's my battle tag, if you want to add me real quick. Oh, that works too. And you're in... We're actually in the same neighborhood. I ended up just going to yours. I think I ended up joining the neighborhood that your house happens to be in. Alright. So... It was just the exterior that you changed, right? I'm not doing a tour at the moment. I'm not doing a tour, Goose. Be quiet. Okay, so... Okay, you actually did like a really big revamp of this spot. So these are all just wagons, right? The things that are up front here. Wagon after wagon after wagon, and then these things are just like obscure. They're just mostly obscuring the wheels and the undercarriage and stuff. So like, hey, there's the wheel. Because I'm not super familiar with the wagon, so all the wagons have like the whole candle thing back there. Okay. It's funny because it's like somewhere in here is a house. And I think that's a well, right? How did you cover it up? What did you cover it up with? You covered it up with... Oh god, I can't see. Ah! You cover it up with all sorts of stuff. There's greenery down there. Just whatever you can think of to like just hide the... I think... Wait, what, is there water in here? I think there's water in here. And I don't know where the bubbles come from either. Oh wait, is it... Did I see something drip? No, okay, those are webs. But I could have sworn I saw like water dripping from here. Okay, it is a well. And your budget is like maxed out, looks like. Yeah. Now this looks really cool. And I'm sure you ran out of budget, so like you still have like the here's the underbelly, here's the exposed part. Will that work on a horde house? It can, but you would need to take up a lot more you need to take up a lot more real estate because they're just the horde houses are just big. But basically if you just keep building around it and then just keep the door, then that's it. That's all you need to do. Yeah. You just need to have the budget for it. So like Malva, are these wagons 200% size? Most of these? It doesn't look like the ones maybe the ones up top are too. Yeah, I think those are as well. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wagons, and then that I think is the house. Yeah. So these are max size. So yeah, as an example, you know, it could be whatever the person wants, but like they could just take a bunch of these, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a straight house. It can be like they could just like skin those wagons like on the side of it to just kind of make this whole rounded shape. This rounded kind of ovular shape. But with the necessary budget, they could just keep filling out the space until it totally overtakes the house. The other thing too, or what would help, is if the horde house was on a lot that was kind of against the mountain side, so that way it'd be easier to obscure, because then you don't have to go all the way around. You can just like make stuff on the side, so that'd be cool. Did I see the 3 designs on Discord? I might have on the Better Hordes and Gardens thing. I might have seen it, but I haven't said anything. Yeah, this is on beta right now. It's very Harry Potter-esque. I mean, you can, if you take a close look, you can kind of start determining, okay, what piece is what. Like, I'm not entirely sure what this thing is up here, although that looks like a really good fit. The well is pretty smart. The music, this is just the lo-fi stuff from the WoW playlist. Oh, it was strange shots for the wagon. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did see it. Oh, these are the things you just sent. Okay, sorry about that. So here is some faraway shots. Some little construction-y stuff. So yeah, this is how that part builds up, although or was this more like just an evolution? Yeah, I think it was just like an evolution of how you eventually came to make certain builds. I kind of like this one because it's very asymmetrical. That part I like. I like this too, but I think like this one has a certain person, you know, has a certain personality to it, with having like the whole, hey, I'm building this house and I'm slowly building out extensions, and now it looks like this, and now I'm going to add this, and now I'm going to add this. So I think I like this one a lot. This one was your favorite? This one's very impressive too. This one's just going for scale. Like, dude, let's just make this thing like super, super big. You know. Are the Blood Elf and Night Elf series testable yet? Do you think they'll be available for early access launch next week? No, absolutely not. There is a -% chance that something that hasn't even been put into test yet is going to be put into early access. Unfortunately, sucks. I know, but yeah, that's how it goes. Early access. I mean, meanwhile, you have Goblin folks. They're waiting. You know, not to say that they don't matter, but we did see the Blood Off stuff, at least in like those early preview videos. But yeah, it's not going to make it for early access. Just Gamo who did a fly around the Horde and Alliance neighborhood and Soul posted several videos. Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about the difference between like houses and stuff. Oh yeah, people have been coming up with absolutely insane ideas. I also tried a beach house design on my Horde house for fun. Cool. I mean, since you said it, I might as well look at the concept. Let's go. Never mind. It's not letting me go. Damn it. Yeah, how weird. It doesn't let me visit. Well, that's a bummer. There goes that plan. All right. I mean, I didn't think you had to be in, I didn't think you had to be on your character just for me to visit the place. Actually, can you log out, Malf? I want to see if I can visit your house when you're offline. I know that there's like a server thing. Like, that's a problem. Okay, so yeah, I can still visit. I can still use the hearth thing to visit house. So, oh, Blizz move, thank God. Can I make it bigger too? Yeah, Blizz move, you're the best. When the day comes that you know, thankfully the whole you can get back on now, Mel. I appreciate it. When the day comes where like they lock down add-ons and Blizz move no longer works, oh, I'm gonna have words. I'm gonna have a big problem. House has a pre-release on C. It's still glitching. Oh yeah. And that's gonna be a thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do a weekly, but I might just do like just kind of a bit of a not cynical, but just kind of a realistic, like, hey guys, this is coming. I know it's really exciting. This is the first time they're doing something like this, and things can get like really crazy, or things might get like really nasty with the bugs and all that. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for long maintenances. Be prepared for problems and all sorts of things. Yeah, for some reason I just can't visit this house. It's not a... No, I guess server shouldn't matter. Oh well. Okay, yeah, let's try that. Go ahead and invite me. Yeah, it still doesn't work. So let me try maybe a reload of that part of the UI. Huh. Okay, so now it works. So I think it had to do... Actually, do you mind doing some legit testing with me? Actually, shit, I don't know how to test this. It had something to do with me closing and reopening this window. Something here. Thanks Shadowfiend. Hell yeah. So here's what we were just encountering. So you were on one character, and for some reason I wasn't able to visit the Horde area until I basically refreshed this window. So it was this window that was bugged. The bug is here somewhere. But it resolved itself as soon as I closed it and then redid this function, the view house thing. Because you see how it does that load? So like the first time that it loaded this, it wasn't like this link wasn't working basically. But then now it does. But I can't really do a good test on this because now that it works, the issue is resolved and I can't really do anything about it. So the workaround is if this doesn't happen to work, just try closing this and then reload the whole view house thing again, and then maybe it'll work. But I'll bug it anyway. Let's do that's the best I can do. So housing was the only thing not lagging at the start of beta. I mean, lag, it's more than lag, right? Comes to my house, and by the way, thank you to Parduk for the tier 2 sub, big gangsta. Appreciate that, dude, a lot. Fuck it, let's look at some houses. Goose, let's go. I think you're on there. Let's look at a house. Although you're on a different server. What realm are you on, Goose? That's the other thing. I bugged that one already. You have to be on the same server as someone. Otherwise, this window doesn't work at all. Is Goose not on? Do I have to guess? I might have to guess. Oh, he's AFK. Shit. Oh, no, he's on Haldren. Okay. Cool. One thing that I noticed, I don't have too much to comment on when doing the playthrough. It feels like everyone's got a voice. Everyone's talking, which is kind of cool. So like all the quests that I'm doing, like these people who I've never met or have never really heard of, like they're all speaking. Everyone's got speaking voices. I had to get a new TV. I did give in and got a new TV. It was we went to Costco, picked up a Samsung for about $300. It's pretty good. Works just fine. Thank goodness. Game sense. Okay, so here, permission denied. Permission denied. Goose. Panda, hey, what's up? Yeah, can they turn your privacy settings off? Beach House attempt has been sent to Discord. Okay. I don't know. It says denied to me. I'm closing and I'm reloading. Boop, boop, boop. This is bug 2. Am I submitting my cafe in for the contest? No. I like it because the story's told well, you get a background. It's good. Where's my party menu? Oh, there it is. It's behind my damage meters. Damn it. Okay. Nope. Permission still denied. Reload my UI? Yeah, let's see if that works. Nope. Permission still denied. Well... So I can go to that one, but I can't go to this one. Alright, well, they figure it out. Hi, Panda. Let's see. Yeah, I barely worked on the cafe. I mean, we're like 1 week away from housing, dude. I really didn't want to, you know, go through with the build and all that, and then, you know, it's not like it's gonna go away in the beta. But once housing goes live, then I'm like, how do I not just put my energy into housing? I should probably close that because I know that's problematic. I have to switch ownership to teleport? That's weird. Changing to the character that made the house. Is this inside my home? No, I'm in what's it called? Silvermoon right now. It was really cool though. Let's see, like where did I go? So you know, we start over here in Sunwell stuff. I'm trying to remember the path that I ended up taking. I started here, and I think I went kind of like out and then down here. We made our way down here. We went here, and then we went all the way down here, kind of back up, kind of down again, over to Zulaman, and then this is where it kind of ends. This is where the zone stuff ends. But there's a lot of like side quests that are just like hanging out and chilling here. It's pretty crazy. Can you show us the home? I'm gonna do a visit of someone's house real quick. Actually, I think they're still handling stuff, so I'll just go back to my house for a minute. I don't have much set up. You 100% the remix? Nice. I'll wait till the 9th. There's gonna be a little bit more for you. Guild has some housing pods, but I don't know if it's possible for non-guild people to visit. I haven't tried. Someone did invite me over to the Waukeia place, and I wasn't in their guild at the time. But then that was through party. Yeah, that was through the party function. And then I visited their place, and then I ended up just kind of like staying there. What's happening on the 9th? There's going to be a 5th phase, and there might be some new stuff to collect, most notably with housing stuff. As for the achievements, if you're done with the achievements, then you're done. So here's my busted house. I don't know why the door, it's like against one of the pillars when it should be against like these walls, but whatever. So just a quick thing of the cafe. It's not too much. I just wanted to make a nice little welcome. I added like a couple small things. I'm like, oh look, flamingo. So I just kind of threw some stuff up for the heck of it. But I just wanted to make a cozy little like social spot. People to hang out, read books, eat stuff, drink things. I think I put a few small things here and there. So like, there's like a little pillow thing there, added some books or whatnot. I need a lot more books. I need a heck of a lot more books. I didn't do anything with the creepy spot. That's just gonna stay creepy. And I think that was it. I didn't really like do too much else. I would just kind of like wander around. But yeah. It's very aside from the cafe, I don't really plan on working on much of anything else. Someone said Mage Tower is coming to Remix on the 9th. They, if that were the case, they would just say so. Nope, permission still denied, dude. They're totally screwing with you, Goose. They hate your ass. You know, let me switch to a different character too. Maybe it's Goofy. So I'm still on Haldren. I'm still on Haldren. Just stay on Haldren. It could be me. I'll try switching to another character, see if it works. Can you upgrade the size of the house? Looks cozy. Oh yeah, thank you. You should be able to upgrade the exterior, but we don't know exactly how to do it yet. Nope, permission denied. Yeah, I don't know what it is. That sucks. You see the housing icon over there? He needs to change permission to the main character he's logged in on. Right. If I finish the order hall campaign for a class on Remix, would I be able to buy the housing items for that order hall when the character is transferred off of Remix? Whatever they're eligible for, yeah, you should be able to. I mean, I don't even think you need to transfer them off the Remix. You can still use them. But then, of course, you need the order hall resources too. And as far as I know, when you transfer over, or once you import your character out of the Remix and back onto the back into the game, then any resources that you had are going to go away. So I would double check. Don't transfer a character now. I would advise waiting until the 9th, because your Remix characters should have at least some. They should have a spattering of order resources that they can probably spend on stuff from the vendors if those vendors work in the Remix. Know what I mean? Kind of, sort of, maybe. People would burn Blizzard HQ down if they release Mage Tower with the same rewards without announcing it at the beginning. Yeah, like it's one of those things, like, some people at least, they're pissed off about the whole Mage Tower thing not being a thing. But if they were going to make it a thing, they would just say so. Yeah, they would just say so. Because why not? Do I only do PvE? Yeah, I only do PvE these days. Like, I haven't done any serious attempts at PvP since Cataclysm. So that's been well over 10 years now. Your neighborhood he needs to visit, is it Horde or Alliance? I believe it is Alliance. Maybe I should be on an Alliance character. That's Lorthamar. Here's Haldren. Okay, so I'll try you. Baklava. Oh, I haven't had that in forever. Never had it homemade either. I always have at, like, bakery or restaurant. I mean, bakeries are great, so. Very important addition. All right. Who can I visit? Who can I visit? Oops. Permission denied. But I can go to Bright Tusk. Yeah. It hates you. I need to fix the server view housing issue. It would be insanely difficult to let your friends visit. I hope they do. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there are certain things that are on the PTR are further ahead than what's on beta, because what's going on in PTR, that's going to be official like next week. So go to Bright Tusk? Sure. You were following me back during Mythic Raiden. How long ago was that, though? Which houses will be open by default. A lot of players don't even know that other people can't visit their house. So there is going to be like this sort of default setting where the exterior you can visit, but the interior is going to be set to private. That's going to be like an inherent thing. Figure I want to jump back in. Hey, check it out. I mean, the worst that can happen is you hate it. So, all right. So, is this like is this going to be a big walkthrough, Goose? Should I mentally prepare myself to do a tour? Or is this like, hey, just check it out real quick? For me, exterior will be private and only neighbors, friends, and party can visit. I'm probably going to leave everything open just to see what happens. And then if things get weird, then I'll lock people out. So not too big, maybe 5 minutes or so. Sure. Maybe I'll save it for like a video at some point, or I don't know. All right, so today we're gonna check out Goose's place over on the Horde side. And okay, this already has like a certain kind of energy, because here I am, I'm coming from the lot, and it doesn't quite have that immediate Horde vibe, because I can see like there's like this kind of like sub entrance, which is very cool. There aren't a whole lot of designs that we see with a lot of like with the exterior budget being used. Like some people, they're making very good use out of the limited budget they have available. But in this case, you know, for the most part, because it's pretty low, we can only really like work with what we've got. So let's start with like the outside here. So we have a very natural kind of setup, but also something that's I didn't really notice this ring around the fountain that's being used here, because it's very Horde. It's very, very Horde, but also it's also very naturey too. And I think all these things, those are like naturally in here, or actually I almost think that this is like kind of phased in, so we can like reveal like the grass here, even though it's this is a fountain. I'm not quite sure how the phasing goes in. There's something a little bit industrial here. This kind of reminds me of Starfield a little bit. This reminds me of Starfield a little bit, because here we have like the little the kind of like moonwell sort of thing that's that has like, okay, this is like, you know, some sort of window. We have techie stuff on the outside, but we still have like some modest decorations on the side, platforms to help create this hallway that goes in. But yeah, kind of like tech oriented. I like this. This is neat. I think all of these are, oh, you know, this is a really clever use of this, of the platforms too. Haven't seen this yet. Usually it's just been like, okay, let's just use blocks, or let's use like platforms. In this case though, Goose used like the inverted quarter circle kind of thing as a way to climb up. So it has this effect of having this bit of curvature to it, but it didn't need to use like a whole circle or anything. I think that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. And we have this whole like diagonal look too. So let's go inside the not so entrance, and now we have something that does feel pretty techy. That's cool. That's pretty cool. This definitely has like a Starfield. I'm not seeing like his chat or anything right now, but this definitely has a Starfield sort of look. You know, you go in, and like here's the thing that happens to show like the whole decompression process, and even made space for the lever. Thing closes, and then the new door opens up, and then you actually walk into the habitat. That's a cool vibe, dude. It makes me want to play Starfield again. But now we're greeted into, oh, okay, I like this too. He's straight up like, okay, let's remove the door. Let's put in this thing too, to kind of give again that illusion of, you know, that whole I can't even use the word right now, to get you in and out. But then we go into a more modest spot, and we kick it off with this pretty enclosed space that'll compel us to like go upstairs. Like, you know, the rest of this is being closed off. Mail, and then we climb up a bunch of benches, and this is a really tight, a very tight climb that we're taking it, and it's because of the size of the bench. So it's almost like this is like the entrance to an apartment lobby, sort of. I almost expect to like go into like another door that'll lead us in, but well, we'll see. Oh, I like this. This is a good touch too. To create the whole spiral effect, instead of having it be empty, you know, instead it's like really tight. And what was used here? These are all beams. Oh, dude. Okay, this is like so this is an actual set of barrels that was used to create the spiral effect, again, to make that sort of tight feeling. But each beam was rotated in such a way and raised from the looks of it to create this tight climb. Dude, this took a lot of work to create. Ooh, man. See, Goose thought this was just going to be a 5-minute look, but no. Hold on. And then I think we're going even higher. Yeah, because there's like another set of stairs that are coming up here. So we climb up. No secret there. And now we're taking a break because we gotta like soak in everything that's being done here. There is a ton of detail that's put into this spot. Holy moly. Oh, look at this. What a faction agnostic person. Every flag is being represented. And there are windows just to make sure there's like a bit of a draft. And snackies. That's cool. Everyone likes snackies. So we go in. And cool, that was a good curtain. And now we are running out of budget. So here is like, you know, a bunch of stuff that's just kind of obscured for now. But then I noticed that it did seem like there was a second thing to climb, but maybe I'm wrong. But if we go here, and there's nothing there, oh, it's going to be a mystery. It's going to be a mystery. Never mind. It's not a mystery. He pointed in this direction. Okay, so here we see, you know, another set to climb. You know, I'm sure this is going to be, you know, this is all definitely work in progress though. You know, so it's being set up here. Another set of things to climb, and here walls are being used instead for this kind of shorter staircase. This is cool because I'm totally losing my sense of orientation. You know. And to me, that's a good thing because you're actually getting lost inside the house. So now I'm restricting my whole headspace into, you know, what's viewable here, which helps a lot with the immersion. Lots of sitting places as we climb up. Oh, this is the bedroom. Nice. So here we've got entertainment. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, this is cool. This entertainment cabinet is pretty sick. I don't know what it's powered by. It's powered by something awesome. But here we have views. What if I open this? We got, dude, you gotta add like snacks and beer or something like that to it. Just free up some budget. Free up a little bit of budget. This is cool. This is a really neat space that you made for yourself, dude. I'm very, very impressed. Good use of the trellis to you know, kind of close off spaces and stuff. How full is your budget with just this? Because there's like a lot of like little things that I think took up a lot of your budget here. Yeah, and then all that, you know, I'm not gonna bother with that stuff. That's all work in progress sorts of things going on. This is neat. It's so tight and compact. You got plenty left? Nice. But it takes up so much time, dude. Oh, okay. You have like the additional trellis as you're climbing up. Oh god, I can't imagine how long it took to get this together. Cause I'm trying to tell, like, are these like differently colored beams? Or is it just the lights? Are they tricking me? Yeah, I feel like they're tricking me. It's the same board and rotated. Okay. Yeah, because it definitely pulls off like that different effect. Yeah, really neat. And I wonder like how else can this be like cleaned up? Like, I don't know if those walls can change into something darker, like a stone sort of thing, maybe that would do. Or if you had the budget, you would just kind of close this whole thing off as well. But I think that'd be too much. Like I think having this upper level, I think that does it well enough too. This is so cool. I think it's the to me it's the staircase that really like sells it. I think it's really, really smart what you did here. Good work, dude. Good work. Come visit my interior. And sadly maxed out budget because it's still only rank 2. Did you do like an entire rebuild again, Magma? See, it was worth the wait, Goose. It was worth the wait. Okay, you did I'll do a revisit. Sure, why not? Oh wait, wrong thing. Okay, so let me switch. No, I'm glad to have that. So maybe I will. We'll look at houses today. Let's look at houses, and then we'll have something fun for people to look at during the holiday. Again, it was mainly staircase I wanted to show. No, that was worth it. I acknowledge like the efforts that were put into it. Oh, just thinking about it, I'm like, That's a lot. Hey, look. Okay, so now we're doing an actual look again. So console show player. Okay. Hi, Grim, by the way. I make 3 different builds every week. I wish I had your kind of time, dude. I wish I had your kind of time. Doesn't take too much time. It's more time than I have, that's for sure. Okay, so we're doing a revisit of Magmaros's place, and he did like this entire exterior rebuild, and interior as well. But what I want to first point out here is, like I said earlier, like you only get so much budget outside, and so you got to kind of make the most of it, but you can get really, really inventive with what's possible. So what he did here is he skinned the whole damn house. So this is an alliance house, but he used a whole bunch of wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 wagons that are here to obscure everything and to create this illusion of, having this different sort of house. So it comes off with a really, really different vibe. And of course, there's like the actual door to the place. Of course, above it is a whole well that's being used, which is really, really smart. I was looking at this a little bit earlier. I was like, dude, that's pretty darn good. Now, as you can tell here, wagons are being used. You can see like the wheels that are on the side here, but they're sized up and obscured in such a way to hide certain things. So like a board is being placed there to try to hide that. And then you'll find it elsewhere. Of course, on the back side, because we're running out of budget here, the soft underbelly is shown. We see what's really going on, but you can see this good use of just boards that are used to hide everything. It's really neat, very, very inventive, and it totally like redefines like what the house is. So I was talking earlier about how you could probably do something very similar with the Horde version of the house, even though it's like very, very big. Like if you were to back it up against a rock face, if you happen to be on that sort of lot, then you'd be able to just keep building on top of it until you just cover up the whole thing. And we've seen a number of other examples there. So let's go in. All right. So we go in and this is supposed to be a rebuild. So not quite sure what to expect this time around. Lots of very liberal use of the trellis and other stuff for more than I remember before. Just like stack things to create like new shapes and all that. But in this case, we go into we re-enter the hallway back into the T-shaped room that we saw before. And now we have all sorts of little details to look at. So we walk in, we're greeted to books, but we're also greeted to this kind of like semi-dark outside area. I'm sure there's like, it's kind of like a rug that's pulling off that effect, but by just throwing some stuff in and taking a window, reversing it, so you can create this effect of like, okay, this is what's going on like just outside, which is easy to do because we're in like duskwood. So when you know that that's always going to be the like what's going to be outside, then you can pull this off and to be like very convincing. Here we have a wall shop who's doing the heavy lifting and trying to hold up this painting, which is cute. And as we complete our look around the T-shaped room, we have this very cozy, relaxing area. So we're chilling, doing our thing. Kids are over there looking at their phones, I bet. So I think I remember here, like this was supposed to be kind of like an eating area, or this is like an elevated area, but it looks like this has all been adjusted and readjusted. So now we have the kitchen / place to take care of laundry because it's warm over there. So now this place is the kitchen, if I'm recalling this correctly. So this is I believe this is a staircase room again. Yeah, there's a staircase room, and it's employing what we saw before with closing off the walls to create this kind of tighter space as we're climbing up and doing stuff. Why they do axe throwing here on the landing, I have no idea. But oh well. And then we have a door so the door, we're not even all the way upstairs yet. Once we get up here, that's when we reach this upstairs area. And is this a secret? It's a secret. Okay, we're gonna go in. So now we have this upstairs cozy area, complete with like a well as like a treasure thing. Like, yo, look, I got this tiny well. What do you think? Oh, and this is like a very full-size kitchen that's upstairs, or something like that, because it has that vibe of, okay, like here's food and all that, ingredients, things like that. With the overhead hanging that takes up heat and all that. Okay, this is just a huge structure that's put together. Like I can't even describe like what it's supposed to be, but it's just hella cool. It's just like this like big shelf, this big hanging shelf in what is otherwise a kind of rounded room. But also, okay, this is a clever use. So we also took these platforms and extended it out from this room, and it comes out to create this balcony effect. That's pretty smart. Too bad the graphical things, blame Blizzard for that one. Too bad the graphical things like kind of like disturb it a little bit. But otherwise, now we have a better overlook of what's going on here. Oh, dude. Okay, can I just jump out here? Yeah. So now we're gonna jump back down. So this is like the hangout spot that we saw from before. Kind of, sort of. Maybe it's been reversed a little bit, but the thing is, check it out. He straight up did walls to create this sloping effect. That's hella good. That's hella good. So, instead of trying to make yourself feel forced that you have to fill out space and do all this stuff over here, maybe you could just have the roof, because that's how things go sometimes. Yeah, so this part was redone as well as another relaxing area. This is, where we eat and do stuff, chill, hang out, hang weapons, enjoy yourself by the fire. This is really cool. Oh, also the coffins. Let's just have some coffin doors up here. No problem. But I like this though. Yeah, it's kind of a common thing. You'll have something behind the couch to give like an additional to just fill out space, give additional effects, and just have some fun. If you look around normal people's houses, a lot of people will do things like that. This is such a cool spot. Yeah, only a couple things here appear to have been redone, but it looks like things have been like reversed here and there. Couch storage is where you store the blankets, absolutely. And nothing back there. See, I'm trying to do a much better job of keeping an eye out on things that might be clickable. Okay, so we're back here again. Did I miss any rooms? No, I think I did. Because I went up here, and then I went there, but now we got to keep climbing, right? We got to keep going. Interesting that, you know, here we are at, I think, the top of, you know, we're on another floor now, right? Yeah, we're on another floor now. We climb up, and then that's the entrance to another room. But then now curiously, there's another elevation here. Because I believe this is where there's a barrier, and we're not able to climb up anymore. But instead, we you know, I guess he obscured the barrier by just making another elevation. So we climb a little bit higher into this last room, complete with. Now this is what I'm going to call a heated bed, because there's supposed to be fire behind this in this fireplace, right? Yeah, but there's not. The fire is like over here instead. Yeah, this is cool. This is so cool. It's very, very inventive. You know, the way that you can and should like try to obscure things and make things into be more than what they are normally. Like normally I would think to myself, okay, I don't really want to use like a giant platform like this. Because you can see here's like a normal size platform. I believe this is set to 100%. This one definitely looks like it's 200%. You know, we go here and we see like, you know, more of these like larger platforms, but they're all being obscured otherwise. So it's not like you don't see, you know, weird clipping or anything like that. Open trade and drink potion. I will, okay. Drink a potion. Oh, inky black potion. Okay. I mean, oh, I did not realize that it actually gets dark in the house. I'm blown. Really, I did not know that. Yo, Blizzard. Dude, they gotta do this. Here, sorry. Yeah, they gotta do something like this. So Blizzard definitely can adjust the lighting here. Okay, so we're gonna kind of run through again. And now we get to look at this place when it's dark. Darker, that is. And now we're relying a lot more on the lighting to create these effects. And it really, really changes the mood. Yeah, this looks so much more natural. Oh, I love it. I want to see every house under the inky blacks. It'll be kind of the sanity check of like, how well is your house actually lit, buddy? And this is, yeah, this is so cool. This is so neat. Yeah, all the lighting jumps out so much more when you have it, when you have the effect like this. Sorry, I'm kind of going fast, but let me go back to this room here. Just want to take like one more look. Yeah, like the vibe so changes. It feels like I'm kind of in a dungeon. Whoa, you know, a bunch of dudes aggro, and then you're pulling them all to this room, AoE all them down, so then you jump down here, and then you find the huntsman. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so cool, dude. Thank you. Hey, thanks for showing me this one again. Outside potion is a good vibe too. Yeah, let's take a look outside. I mean, it's already dark enough, right? You're already in Duskwood. How much more dark can it get? Let's see. Yeah, it's darker. I mean, it'll be so much cooler once they get lighting to work right. You know, and they're able to like give us more for our budgets and everything. But otherwise, it's very, very neat. Yeah, you have a little bit with the candles on the wagon, so it does create, you know, hey, there's like activity going on inside, you know, so there's a little bit to it, but it pulls it off like just fine. It already did even before the inky black kicked in, but now it's just even better. But yeah, that's something that you just taught me, that the inky black works inside the house as well. Interesting. Very interesting. Are you in Heldren? Not at the moment. I'm on, I can switch to another character, though. Yeah, thanks again, though. Sadly, inventories don't work to change the skybox and weather. Oh, you talking about the engineering stuff? Darn. Because that'd be sick. Yeah, Clan Blondehead, if you want, I'll take a look at your place. I think there was someone who was asking earlier. Let's see. I don't know if they're still on. Doo-doo-doo. By the way, wardrobe is fucking sick. I love situations. It's so good. It's like, oh, here I'm wearing my inside clothes, and then I go outside, and then now I have outside clothes. Yay! Helps to pull off that vibe if you're leaving your Starfield house, and then you put on your spacesuit. Only thing that's a shame is the price of editing the outfits. Oh no, yeah, like that's the cool thing though, Keyboard, is that you know, the pricing sucks. There's a big spotlight on it, but like that's the thing. Like if they just tweak the pricing a bit more, that's it. I think a good starting point is to just chop all the pricing in half. Yeah, chop it in half, and that'll help. But I guess who it still doesn't quite work for is the very casual, you know. And I saw a lot of folks in the comments who were like bringing it up. Hey, I'm the one who just casually changes their transmog every now and then. I can't do that. So outfits, they help one audience while like just kind of screwing over the other one. But I'm sure there's like some middle ground, and we have like months to debate over it. So. We just like anything beta though, people will be like, oh my god, this is literally account closed, this is it, Blizzard just jumped off the wagon, you know. People will react as if like this is live. I'm like, okay, dude, relax. No word from Clan Blondehead, unfortunately. Get why it's so high though, because you have free access to swap back and forth for free. Yeah, I mean, it would be. I tried thinking of it, but I couldn't get a complete thought. But I would want something that is a non-outfit. Can I get that? Can I get a non-outfit outfit? So basically, turn off outfits, you know, and that will be my a la carte, you know, my casual thing. Yeah, help me complete a thought here, chat. Give me a thing that's not an outfit. You know, these are all outfits, okay, but give me like one more option that is just the non-outfit. You know what I mean? Because people are forced to do outfits right now. There is no, not a civilian casual look. No, not like that. I just want to have a non-outfit slot that just follows all the old rules and the old costs as well, which I don't like either. But give me that. Just make the custom sets tab the old trend. No, that doesn't work, because the custom sets tab, all that is just your old templates. That's all it is. So this doesn't do anything, or that won't do what it is that you're looking for. Now give me a non-outfit slot. Enable disable button. No, that doesn't. I don't know if that works either. Just add an outfit you can lock on with right click. Oh yeah, you could always do that. Can't you click the outfit you're wearing, then click it again? Okay, all of these are... Okay, all these outfits are broken. Because these things didn't import. So, oh, you talk about this. So, well, that just disables situations. That's a situation thing. So if I wanted to switch to my swimming outfit, normally if I leave the swimming situation, then I'm gonna go back to my regular outfit. But if I leave it on, I just right click it, and now I'm swimming forever. Yeah. So even if I go inside the house and go inside, outside, whatever, then it's gonna stay like that. So that's different. You can add the thoughts on your bar and click. Yeah, you can do that. But they need to fix that too, because as far as I know, maybe I missed it, but you can't do anything with those buttons here. Like, it's not set up yet. This is all like the old stuff. So I can't even look at my old outfits here. My custom outfits either. So, but yeah, I that's just a thing that they need to add. So that's, you know, the Transmog stuff is clearly not, even feature wise, it's not like done yet. I was looking for a way to macro them, but I currently, I was looking for options and key bindings too. I didn't find anything, so that I was hoping to find that or a macro, but I know nothing about macros. I don't know what those would be anyway. But yeah, eventually they'll come up with that. So I'm not that worried, because that's too big of a thing to not have. It's like, oh, if you want to do stuff with your buttons, you have to go to a Transmog person, you know, just to go to this menu. No, that's not gonna fly. It should be, yeah, there should be a non-vendor version of this where you don't do any of the purchases or whatnot, but you can do some of the manipulations and otherwise drag buttons and stuff. I'm at the Bright Tusk Garden neighborhood, lot 32. We need to do a party thing though, so it's not gonna work. But yeah, if here's my battle tag thing. The easiest thing would be to just add me, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, you can drag the outfits onto your action bar, and then you can still do like the right click thing as well. So like that'll work, and that does it just fine. Yeah, I can't search by address, not yet. Blizzard, make it work. Rubber. Oh, it's up. Oh no. Oh, I didn't. No one told me. Oh shit. Okay, stop everything. It was 33 minutes ago. I would have had it out already. Okay, so hold on. We're gonna look at all these things. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, like stop the presses, man. Then again, I was doing a house look, so I was probably ignoring what anyone had said. That's everything, right? Cool. I know, I was too much into like the housing stuff. Bummer for me. All right. We interrupt pretty much everything, as usual, because we're going to be checking out the December trading post. Heck yeah, we got a full preview, I think. And this is an interesting monthly reward. We get a bug. We get a snow bug. That's festive. December's trading post is as cool as ice. Brave the chill and explore a trove of frozen treasures when you visit the December trading post. Complete a flurry of wintry activities to earn this month's reward, the Sapphire Resonating Crystal, and welcome the Jeweled Sapphire Scarab Mount to your stable. Do we get a stable in the trading post? Is it a player housing thing? No, probably not. So let's take a look. Starting with the Kaluk Crest Horn. So we have a new mount. This is a thick unit of a mount. Tuskarr did not call these Cresthorn Kaluk to claim them, but as a warning, they will not tolerate any more loss to poachers seeking their unique antlers. And we have a pretty cool looking set. The Noble Winters Collection, which includes everything, plus bundled up Bob. That looks nothing like Bob, but it looks very cool. I kind of like the set too. The colors are cool. I have a feeling there's going to be another color that they're selling. Isn't there? And we also have, I believe this is a returning mount and Transmog set. Cool. And now let's take a look at another jammy set. Doesn't say what this one's called, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Actually, they're showing us weapons. Frozen Wand of the Ice Queen right over there, and a Frozen Dirk of the Ice Queen. Big old dagger, but all right. And then we have what is not Shadowmourne. It's not Shadowmourne, but totally pulled off that vibe for a second. Plus a Warglaive. Nice. And then now let's look at so I'll be looking at all these things in like 3D and whatnot. So here's the mount. Yeah, this dude's thick. But then all the moose mounts are like that. Yeah, very cool. Just give me one moment. Viewers, I just want to make sure that these things are like we can kind of line these up a little bit so we can get all the costs and everything aligned. That looks pretty decent. So only 500 for this mount, which is kind of appropriate because that's how it goes for ground mounts and all that, but still very cool. This would just be cool to have in a stable, like in the house, if or when the time comes. So here is the fox mount that we've seen before. Still very cool though. And here's the pet. Let's look at see how this pet. Oh, it's a snow puppy or snow antlered puppy. I like this one. Will I want to throw down 250? Oh, that's actually not that bad on the price. Remember how we've seen stuff that's going for like 600 or something like that? Like that's a little bit too expensive. So I'm not too otherwise not too keen on that. Here, let me make sure the pricing is like visible because that's important. All right, we'll get there. All right. Moving on, we have a set of slippers. These are going for what looks like pretty cheap. Yeah, 40. Okay, most of these are going for pretty darn cheap. Yeah, I think the chat window just ain't going to be working right here. But yeah, here we have feet, which I think are I think these are returnees. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I get this pronunciation right. A took, right? I think I have that right now. The Azor Winter Took, and this should also be going for pretty cheap, only 50. Yeah, all these are like pretty cheap. Shoulder capes are back, and I think this one is a returnee. I think we've seen this particular color before. I'm a fan of these though. I like them better than the first iteration that had come in. New quiver. I think this is new. But man, we've been getting a lot of quivers lately. But I have a feeling it just like the other ones, it's going to be like hunter only, which is always kind of a bummer. This one I'm pretty confident that we've also seen before, but I'm a fan of like this set too. Okay, and here is the sweatsuit that we saw from the earlier screenshots, and this one should be going for pretty cheap. This one's only going for like 100, right? Yeah, this is only going for 100. So if you want to have this sort of look in your house when you want to dress down, cool. Ooh, and earmuffs. Oh wait, we've seen these too. I know that there was like both on a horde and alliance version of the earmuffs. And how much are those going for? Those are still going for $170, which I think is kind of expensive. But like, here's the horde version of them. You gotta have both though. Not having both would be like pretty criminal. Something alliance bias and all that. Okay, here's the range set, which is very dark compared to you know, the theme of everything else that we've been seeing here. Oh, so we got. Okay, so here's like here's the big ensemble. This one's going for not 750, 600. That's actually not bad. You know, a full ensemble for 600 here. Now I'm not too fond of the flat chest. There's no texture there, but I do like the whole flow of you know, of this with the longer coat. That's not bad. That's not bad. The helmet I'm not very fond of. The helmet's weird. You know, when I look at it, because the way that it's set up, it's like one of those large pieces. So if I'm like moving around, then the whole thing moves, and that's a little awkward. But I would definitely be going for this more than anything for the pants and the belt. Those are pretty good too, even though they're basic. They just go really well with everything else. But, well, can't have it all. 600 though, it's not bad. It's not bad. Jaina, it does have a Jaina vibe, doesn't it? Ooh, and I just noticed that the otherwise the pants down here, they are pretty solid. So that's cool. And then here we have the returnee of the Sky Witch's attire. For those of you interested in that look, you get it while you can. And that one, I believe, is only going for 750, right? Yeah, 750. That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. All right, moving on to weapon stuffs. We got a book, a blue book, and these are going for like, some of these are pretty expensive actually. 250, 300, 400 or so. Let's take a look and see what we got. So this is a different, slightly different colored book. Okay. We got a shield. We're getting a shield. Absolutely. This does not really look. It doesn't look like a returnee. I believe it's just a recolor. Yeah. So this recolor is something that I'll definitely be picking up. That one's going for 100. Thank goodness. Here is the wand and Decor are coming up. Let's take a look at these a little bit closer of a look. Again, this has like some Jaina vibes to it. I hope there's like a cool staff or whatnot to pick up. Now this is for the demon hunter who wishes they were a death knight. Cool. Ooh, a gun. Okay, this is a solid one. Nice and convincing looking. You know, it's not like it's very wild, but not like super over the top like some of the sci-fi fantasy stuff that we typically see. I like the rune carvings too, but I'm pretty sure this is also like a recolor of a previous one. Here's the matching set for the Sky Witch set. Cool. And the staff, that's going to come back too. And this is going for 200 and 250 for those. So for those who are like missing those, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just, you know, some of these are just like recolors. And this was this happens to be a two-hander. Nice. We have, oh, the Christmas shield. Okay, we have some Christmassy stuff coming in. And this one I know I have. Very festive. I wonder if the other things are coming in too. I think they are. Like the candy weapons, basically. But before that, one more thing for the Sky Witches set. And this one's going for 300. So we're getting to, so this is kind of like previous generation Transmog prices, where some of these are getting to be pretty expensive, but they haven't changed the price, and hopefully we'll see them go down if the outlet comes back. So here's like one of them, and this one is a shoot, which one is this? This is the tree topper. So this is the staff, right? This is the staff. This one's going for like 400, which is pretty wild. And these I believe you can just wear all year now. You know, they you know, those restrictions, those holiday restrictions, those aren't a thing anymore. I don't think. So this is the candy blade, and then there's like here's the two-hander. So this, if you want to spread your Christmas cheer, yeah, go for it. Very sharp. Oh, and then here's the, okay, this, I think this is a more fun one though. This is the more festive one. If you want to like dual wield these, you know, you're like shirtless, you have your like Santa hat on, and you're just charging down a battleground or something. Perfect. And then one more blade for the road. Cool. And then we go back to the bug. So, is this going to be a spend or save month? What you gonna do? Now, I'm getting the shield. I did see that there was a shield going on. That one's kind of a lock for me. I think I got a lot of the returnees, like the earmuffs and whatnot already. I'm a little tempted with the pet. It's not normally something that I do. I'm not that big on pets or mounts actually. Although the mount does look really cool. It's only going for 500. That's not bad. We didn't see anything about there being like, hey, there's going to be like some bonuses and all that, or hey, here's some secret stuff that's going to come for player housing. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's going to be a thing. I think for me, I think I'm going to mostly save. You know, aside from like the bare essentials, I'm mostly going to save. Yeah, shield, and maybe if I don't have like the shoulders or the hood sets, maybe I'll pick those up. Everything else here, though, I think I can pass on for now. I'd say the one that has me most on the fence, though, would be this one, the winter collection one. Where's that screenshot of it? Yeah, this is the closest thing that I'd consider picking up because I do like this. I do like the long coat kind of look to it. And I can see myself, you know, without having this, I can see myself wearing other things to kind of piece something together. Maybe I'll wear like some different boots. Like I think there's some other boots that we have that have like the fuzzy sides to it. So yeah, I think I'm mostly gonna save. But what about you guys? You're gonna save or spend? Let us know in a comment below. And that's gonna be it. You guys have a good one. I'll see you guys for the next thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy. Cool. And we're working. My favorite feature housing decor items and the chest set items, those were neat. Now here's the thing about what's it called? Trading post and decor. One, they said that they weren't going to do it yet. They don't have an intention to do that quite yet. They also need to handle it a certain way. Like, I imagine that what they'll do is, okay, cool. If you go to the trading post and there happens to be decor, you buy the decor, you get one, but then you can buy more from a trading post person on the side. And those are always available forever. You know, they don't rotate in or out. You can just buy multiples of those whenever you want. But that kind of like, I wonder if that sends the right message. I mean, it's the easiest message, but is that like the right thing? I'm not entirely sure. So, just a thought. Why multiples is such a scam? I mean, but then that's the thing, Nakira, like, I can't think of other games that do differently. If you want to fill me in, go for it. But no one's really pointed out to me a game where you just get unlimited everything. Unless it was just like a static unlock, you know? You only get one. That's like the other way that it's handled. You either get, you either just only have one, or you have like, you can get multiples, but you got to work for it. Why does that have to be like? I mean, is that enough of a reason though? Yeah. I don't think because it would be better. I don't think that's a strong. I don't think that's a strong enough point to stand on.
I don't mind buying multiples with in-game currency, multiples with real money. However, I don't get that. There should be one trading post item for decor. Mr. and Mrs. Mommy calendar pictures. That'd be hella funny. That would be hella funny. A calendar thing. Or just make one. Something like that. I don't know. I'd be very amused by that. Okay, I think I fucked up on the sound again. The only game that comes to mind is Minecraft, depending on the different packs you play. I know nothing about the Minecraft thing, so you'll have to come at me from the top with that. So, okay, I think I'll go with that one. I personally don't want any decor on the trading post unless they increase our tender gain per month. I'm already in trouble collecting mounts, pets, and toys. I'll never get a Transmog piece, unfortunately. Adding decor would be... No, I think the whole bind to unlock, that would be the cleanest way to do it, especially because the way the trading post works, it's very, like, FOMO-y. You know, things may not come... Some things haven't come back for years. That kind of sucks. I don't think we'd want to be in a spot where, like, certain decor just can't be gotten for like a long ass time. What's up, gamer girl? Not just a matter of the prices. Some things do cost a lot and you have to farm old content for the currency and so on and so forth. I mean, that's the whole point though, right? Part of the whole point of housing is to kind of celebrate everything that WoW once was. To suggest that, hey, we shouldn't have to do old content to get this stuff, is to also say, well, let's just not have that. Let's just not have legacy content. Let's just forget about the past 20 years of WoW and only focus on like the next 20 years. That's a take. I mean, not something I really agree with, but you know, if people really want to not worry about that, then honestly, don't farm for that stuff. Just focus on what's current. But no one wants to hear that. We'd rather just have everything, preferably for free, sent to us on a platter, and cash money that's just given to us every month. They should just pay us to play the game, actually. Now, how's that for a hyperbole? Haha. Don't take me seriously, guys. I'm just a talking head. All right. Do I need music? No, I don't need music. I don't need music here. We're just whooping the thing together. All right. To me, I'm excited they're trying to make old content relevant. Yeah, I think it's cool. Like, I'm sure it's like, it's a, you know, people are going to be frustrated because like, oh, I want like all these things from Mechagon. Now I have to do all this Mechagon stuff, and that's frustrating and blah, blah, blah. But it's also like, what do? You just get it for free off of some rando vendor who you don't really like, has no relation to the zone? That doesn't feel like a great celebration of what WoW was. Or just focus on the items you want. It's not like Transmog, you don't have to collect every single decor item. I think there was like some people have fallen under a certain impression that they have to get everything. This ain't it. And I think part of it comes from the whole, hey, you get XP from learning from getting a decor for the first time, or first time collection of a decor, and people hanging on to that as, okay, I have to do that. No, you don't. Do you have to get this? Do you have to expend so many resources? And so that's the thing. It's like, it takes a lot of resources to, like, let's say, craft something, and what do you get? You get the item and you get like the XP from it. And people are saying, oh, these profession things, they're way too expensive, and blah blah blah, to make a lot. But I think they're motivated by the XP that they get from it, and so they're equating it to, hey, my effort, the effort towards what I'm trying to get is just not worth it. But they're mostly talking about the XP and not the actual thing that you can now put into your house, because it's like, oh, I don't care about that. It's ugly. I just want the XP. So I think the feedback is, it's not, I guess the word that comes to mind is tainted, because people are motivated by the XP. If there was no XP from it, then how would people feel? Would people feel like, oh, I have to get these? Would they? I don't know. Completionists are compelled to get everything. But the thing is, though, you don't, there is no, aside from the XP, you don't have a record of having those items anymore. So there is no, yes, you've collected this before, and I think there's an achievement for getting like a certain number of items, but it's not that high. It's not nearly high enough to where you would want to get stuff that you otherwise don't care for. What if they give you all the expansion items if you did the meta achievement? What if they add more expansion items after the meta achievement? Like, that would kind of restrict what they ultimately release, right? If they get stuck on this whole meta achievement thing. I think it's less about the XP and more about the collector and people who want everything. Think about how most people feel about mythic mounts and mogs for the collection tab. But that's the thing, though. There is no collection tab for housing. Not in the same way. It's not acknowledged the same way. Unless people rely on an add-on or data for Azeroth to do it. Then that's an entirely, like, okay, that's a different world kind of thing. Yeah, it'll have that kind of record, but that doesn't feel like a very convincing... That doesn't feel like a convincing argument to say, okay, let's just give everything to everyone that easily. Yeah. Oh, my Photoshop is all fucked up. Great. Great. Why is my Photoshop all fucked up? Now I gotta find my Photoshop file. I'm a hardcore collector with 13, 15 total mounts. I'm glad that housing items are not collected the same way as pets, toys, and mounts. And it's because it's more than just having it. Having it is just the start. But is it like the motivator, really? I think that people are going to need to come to terms with people are going to have to come to terms with like what housing collection really is. Although there are items scattered all over the world, it's fun to look for items you've seen in a video, and travel to get is an adventure. It's funny, like we have all the information at our fingertips, but I know for a fact that in practice, I'm hardly that hardcore. and I don't know where it is. Damn it. Why does Photoshop, why'd you betray me? Is it because I opened the 2026 version? Maybe that's it. Or I opened the wrong version. Wait, why do I have multiple versions of Photoshop? Sheesh. That works. That's good enough. All right. All right, so let's upload stuff, make a thing. The Grayson, hey, what's up, dude? What's good? Alright. Well, that goes. December trading posts. Very odd. I don't know. I find this choice kind of odd for a Christmassy item. But what do I know? And thank God it's a sky background. I don't have to do any further edits. That's really, oh, that's really light though. Ooh. Oh well, that works. Still good. By the way, the Xalatath mug, I'm still holding off on it because there's something I don't like about it. I still don't want to put it out for sale yet. Let's... I don't know how I want to work. Is it save or spend or save? I think I keep interchanging it. Oh well. One day I'll find a consistency. Someday. See, you guys haven't decided either. Spend or save, save or spend. Or should I just say both? What's everyone? Blah, blah, blah. What are you guys gonna do? Save or spend? Spend or save? Oh! Yeah, that could work. But yeah. Still uploading. Wait, how long was this thing? 12 minutes? Why was I talking so long? That's crazy. I did not think I was talking that long. Oh well. Hey, Goose got it. Hey. I kind of wanted that Pilgrim's Bread backpack. Oh yeah, I need to go get that. Will I save or spend? Oh, it's all about you guys, not me. Let's see. I think you should have both available and you use the one that matches your feelings for the month. One if you're mostly spending, and the other if you're mostly going to save that month. I know my Final Fantasy music. I really fell off after 8. 8, I'll probably be familiar with. 9 just kind of sailed over my head. 10 is very catchy, and I'll remember some tracks. 11 I didn't really play. 12 I played the crap out of, but I don't remember the music very well. And then it just gets fuzzier and fuzzier from there. So now 16 had a serious banger track. Oh, it was good. It was really, really good. Too bad the game sucked. Sorry. Funny enough, that was the worst performing video I ever made. I did a review on 16, and I don't even think it got 1,000 views on it. It sucked. Like, and I thought I did a pretty good job of breaking it down and giving like some real good like feedback on it. But yeah, oh well. It sucked just like the game did. No mercy. No mercy. Anyway. And I think that's good. Publish, let's go. Not gonna lie, the only Final Fantasy game I really played as much was 14, coincidentally around the big bandwagon during Shadowlands, but I really did just enjoy it, and I occasionally resub to play around. The fishing is my favorite. You know, I didn't do a lot of fishing. Like when I was playing through, I was getting myself caught up. So I was doing the whole, you know, you go into that one weird universe where you're gathering stuff and building stuff. I relied on that a lot. And that was most of my actual experience in the game. It was going through the whole crafting flow. And by the time I was done, I was exhausted. I was like, I'm good. I think I can unsub now. I've done my time. But for those of us who like grew up to it, Final Fantasy is like this generational thing. Like it was a fun journey to go through the whole thing. Let's go. Full preview. And we posting, and we're posting, and we're posting. All right, work done. Back to video games. Where was I? Libido. 10 and 12 are amazing. I really like the concept of 12 with like the whole autoplay function. I thought that was unique. 12 I don't know by name, but understand the style. 13 I love. 13 was Lightning. 13 was Lightning. 14 MMO. 15 was the dudes on the road trip. Tactics was awesome too. Yeah, I'll wait until I'll wait until the remake is on sale or something, like fat sale. Firmament, there we go. That was the place. Yeah, ocean fishing. I haven't done. I remember I was like waiting for the schedule of things to happen, and I was like, that was about the time when I was starting to fall off. Is there going to be a new season before the new expansion? No, there's not. That's right, I was doing house tours. So, shit. I do think I need to like make a form and set up like a whole system. If I'm gonna be doing these, like, if I want to release a video like once a week, that's gonna be it. Once a week where I take a look at a bunch of houses. It sucks because I feel like I'm gonna have to make decisions on like who it is that gets into the video versus who I just look at on stream. Now maybe that's like the compromise, because I never want to do an offline look. To me, that doesn't feel right. I like sharing in, like I was saying last week, I like sharing in the energy of like, dude, let's check it out. This is how guys. Oh my god, this is cool. I don't feel like I'd be able to pull that off, or it just won't feel right if I'm doing it on my own. Yeah, I feel much better when I'm doing it with an audience. So at least that's going to be on for people who want to pay attention to the streams, and they'll always be able to see every tour that I do. But then I'll be more picky about like who I choose for like the weekly thing. And I think I guess half an hour would be like the best length. Unless people really want more, then I can do longer ones, and then I'll just wait for the feedback to come in. So that'll probably be it. Yeah. There's a whole system behind it, and that I wasn't too fond of. And then once I figured out, it wasn't until I think I got to like Shadowbringers crafting when I discovered macros. I'm like, wait, I could have used the macro this whole time, and then it just got ruined. Then crafting became like super boring, because now I'm like, okay, now that I know the existence of this, it's hard to resist like looking over at these websites that have like, okay, here are the macros that you use, and then just run the macro, and then you'll always make a perfect craft as long as you have the stats. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I mean, it's cool, but it also sucks because I kind of ruined it for myself. If I can't get you in this video, they simply do it again in the next one. But then there might be others, you know? Maybe set aside 3 houses per. Yeah, it'd be something like that. If anyone's going to make classic sailing decor, you can farm the Felcloth and Diamol. I was getting 4 to 5 a run. Oh, Felcloth is used for it too? Damn. It sucks. Oh, because I looked at two places. I looked at 2 places today. There were people who were on that I was gonna do tours with, and I just ended up doing the trading post stuff. So I apologize. So who we got? Basically, the first if someone wants to. Okay, so here we have a couple folks who are on. I'll wait for someone to. I think it was the Clan Blonde person who I might be doing a tour with. Stop playing WoW because it talks to people that are on there. Oh, I have a great tip for you. Just be an isolationist. Just group content, poop content, whatever, man. Just do your own thing. Do your thing while. Oh, what are you making, keyboard? Yeah, what you making? Okay, so you are on Haldren, and so am I. Cool. So let me see if this just. Or that. That works too. So I'm going to refer to you as Clan Blonde. If assuming this goes into a video. Clan Blonde. Which house am I going to, by the way? Because you got 2. I gotta, but things people say step way over the line on there. Oh, they can, absolutely. I try to avoid folks most of the time too. Super huge update to the add-on to Dragon Rider. Nice. Thank God. Because I'm dependent on that thing. The speed limit thing, like that's that was a game changer for me. So thank you for your stuff. Weren't you working on some other things too? Or was there another thing you were working on? My character has long code. Everyone stays 10 feet over. All right. So, okay, here I have the hotkeys all set up and everything. Okay, this time we're gonna take a look at Clan Blondie's place, or is it Clan Blonde? I forget how to pronounce it. But let's see what's going on here. So we're over in the Horde neighborhood, but we have a unique spot. Even though we're on the beach, we got trees, and we got places for the puppy. No, the puppy's asleep. Oh, that's smart. Okay, so we got a puppy house. I like how they set up the shot, so we can have the puppy just chilling at their spot. Yay, puppies! And this is a cool hangout spot. Very simple. Place for the dogs to play around. Hopefully clean up after playing in the water and stuff. And otherwise, you're just sitting, you're enjoying your big old bucket of tea, and you're staring at someone else's house. Excellent. Or in the sky. At someone else's house that might be orbiting around, like, Azeroth or something like that. Otherwise, though, the exterior is pretty limited. Hopefully, we'll see what we get surprised with on the inside. Let's go on in. Bigger bars were implemented for 11.2.7, few new styles, tons of color pickers. Yeah, so, well, I mean, it's just changed the charges now, right? So hopefully, yeah, I'll be eager to see how it turns out. All right, so we are greeted to a very modest but very homely entrance representing the Horde. Yeah. And off we go on the inside. Oh, I like how this opens up. So the way this kind of comes off to me, the tree like is kind of like coming out of the house instead of how it looks, just being like phased in. But the way that it is phased in, it kind of gives that vibe of, okay, it's open on the outside. So I'm pretty sure there's like some windows and whatnot that are shining some lights down here, which is very easy to do. Like I remember when I was like first trying to set something up, I was like trying to set up beams and then I did some other stuff. No, here's what they did. They just set up a big old thing of wine. Yeah, they started off with wine and then they filled it up with some rocks and then added some smaller foliage inside to fill out the space. So that's smart. Way smarter than what I would have thought of. Because I tried doing it and I was like, okay, this is okay, but this is like a very easy way to do it with just taking like a barrel, squeeze that thing in, and now we have a centerpiece for what's a very welcoming way to welcome people into the house. Very good start. Oh, so we have several paths to go in beyond like this kind of small octagon spot. So let's go here. Let's go into like this like eating area. So here we have this very cool themed kitchen of sorts. So they just took a wagon and just sunk that sucker down and then added it in here as kind of a shop, kind of a back room kind of dealy. So pretending that this door opened up, it's like, hey, here we go. So it has a restauranty, loungy sort of vibe here, and everyone gets to eat. Oh, this is the second time I'm seeing these things being used as utensils, which is hilarious. I love that. Ooh, here's a piece I haven't seen. So we have like this grinder, which is a separate piece, but it's all being put together with this table here, which I believe this is a separate piece. I think that's separate. I'm not sure though. But haven't seen that very often, which is still very cool. We have more utensils. And other things to fill. Okay, so here we go. This one's cool. So this time this person made a sink out of the bathtub, and what looks like a part of a fountain. I think looks like part of a fountain. And I can even hear it from the sounds. I don't have the sounds written, but yeah, top of the fountain there. And I think right here you have like the little, you have like ways to turn off and on the water. Nice, very nice. I like the detail there. I love the grand fireplace. It makes the head here look like super small, which is hilarious. Okay, so now we're going from this. Oh, you're sitting on that thing. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. So here's a fun trick. Yeah, I can have my character up here. So a fun trick is that you can set up like little chairs and stools all over the place, and you can make like little places to interact. So if you wanted to have like, the illusion of like, hey, I'm just gonna like be sitting here on this chair or whatever. Oh, sorry, that's the candle. If you want to sit here on this bench or something like that, you can do that, and you can add these things like all over the place. You just need to find a chair to use that's like small enough to phase into whatever it is that you're using. But yeah, very cool, nice trick. So now we go into this kind of a small nook, right? It looks like it's being obscured by walls that are set up, but it might not be. Actually, I think this is the hallway or something like that. It's hard to tell. This is actually a pretty cool looking opening. But yeah, let's go and see. Now, this right here is actually the exit out. It's not a real door. So, don't fool yourself. So I'm thinking that this is a hallway, and this will take us to a secret place. Just kidding. Unless there's another one. Oh, okay, double effort. So here we go. Through the double doors into what is kind of like, okay, a different sort of like kind of a personal loungy area, right? Can I close this guy? Oh, I think I opened the wrong one. There we go. That feels more proper. So now we have a proper chair with, by the way, these very, very hot chains with which to grab. So here's your boss fight. You just grab the chains, they're on fire, cling, cling, and then now you have a good fight on your hands. But anyway, totally distracted. So this actually feels like it's not exactly a closet, but it was made to kind of look like it, right? So it comes off as this nook, and then we enter like another room altogether, and I'm like, once again, I'm kind of lost my orientation here, because now we're in this very purple room, right? It's super well lit because you have these giant windows up top that are illuminating the spots. It's almost making like the floor like almost blinding with how it looks, but it's contrasted by the very, very fierce purple that's like all over. And this is working as just kind of a loungy study area. And what is through here? So now we are at, I think we're at the entrance. Yes. No, we're not at the entrance. We're like somewhere else entirely. So this door, let me get a sense of where I'm at first. I have no sense of where I'm at. We're in the bathroom. Oh, we're lost, guys. So I feel like we're in the bathroom. So there's the loo, complete with toilet roll holder, but it's an empty roll. Yo, just kidding. What else? So we have like small details here. I'm not quite sure what that is right there. I'm not entirely sure what the intent is with that. I'm sure there's something important there. Well, we got our full vanity, plus books, plus a nice healthy rock thing to like sit on and chill on. That means this place is going to be really warm. Hence the very, very thick door. It's a turlet, I'm being informed. I'm not familiar with what a turlet is. Chats and comments will be all over that one, I trust. Now this is cool though. We have like a whole sink, we have a whole full-fledged bath, and then we have some other stuff up top here. This is kind of interesting. Something up here is clipping through with a certain intent, and I'm not quite sure what that is. It's a sauna. Okay. We got that part. Okay, so when we go through here, we go through another kind of secret spot. And now we're somewhere else again. Dude, this is a huge place. Oh man, I'll need this teleporter to like just get around to places. So now we have a different kind of study. Where here we check out what's good with all the arcane and fell magic-y stuff, and here's probably someone who they talk with while they work. They're a little familiar to help them out, help them study, bounce off ideas, that sort of thing. Ooh, these are old bookshelves actually. These aren't like some of the newer ones that we see, but it's cool because these have a bit darker of a vibe to them, which kind of fits. Teleport pad, or I think it's a teleport pad. Whoa, I did not know. Oh, dude. Okay, I did not know that was a thing. That's cool. I don't know what this is, but it's neat. Okay, I haven't gone down this hall. Oh, that's going to the main area. Okay. So now we're going on this. This is cool because all these different rooms, they have like these kind of themes to them. And like this hallway, just a hallway, but now we're entering like Pandaria. And it's lit really well. Like here we have one of the, those barriers. It looks like just one section is used, and it's being used to, not exactly as a light source, like here's the light source, but it is meant to be bright, and it creates, it helps to help fill up the space with the right sort of ambient light, even though it's not really light. And there's more lights that are up here. It's like these are Borealis lights, which I'm sure is going to be one of the hottest things to pick up. Only 75 war resources, people. Get them now. But they don't seem to provide a whole lot of actual light to them. But yeah, the Pandaria bookshelves. So like here's like one set, and then there are two bookshelves here. You can kind of see like they're trying to make it unique by adding like different things to them. So like here's like, I forget what that is, but you have like all sorts of different pieces to make them feel unique. Random rockets, statues, little telescopy thing right there. And then this one happens to have like, oh look, troll stuff. Let's put some troll stuff on there as well. And then we have this bookcase actually looks very different. I am not familiar with this sort of piece either. But it obviously has that Pandaria vibe, and didn't realize that I had like this thing in the middle here. So this could be used as like kind of a doorway as well. I'm just not familiar with like what the proper sizing should be. So very, very cool. Oh, don't worry, keyboard. I'll get to that. I want to finish the tour. So I feel like I've missed places. Did I miss any spots? Because this is a very, very big house. Lots of rooms here. I'm going to speed things up a little bit. Kind of go through and so many little details that help bring this place to life and help it feel like this natural space. So like, I'm not going to go through that door again. I'm going to kind of go backwards this time. So like, here's a spot. We go through here. We go through Pandaria. We pass by, this kind of Lordaeron space. And then here is the bathroom. Yeah, here's the bathroom and sauna. Very awesome. This is where like all the magical experimenty thingies were happening. All right. We get out here and then we go back this way into basically the violet hold, right? Oh, I didn't go through here. We're still not done. We have, okay, another loop. Oh, this is smart. Oh, I like the way this is done. Like, I'm not sure what kind of pieces are being used here, but they're being fused together in such a way to create this very convincing. Is that a chest? I think that's like a treasure chest. That's so smart, dude. Yeah, so we have two tables that help to create this really cool vanity, which is such a pain in the butt to clean, I imagine. But it's so easy. You just have two tables, and you have just a crate. Just a crate with some other thing on here to create the illusion of water and a vanity. So it's really cool how you can take so many different kinds of things. This is a crate, dude, and you can make something that's convincing. Okay, now this is a good one. From ancient, it's like this ancient script, runes, and then you're just like, that's hella funny. That's hella funny. That's brilliant. That's brilliant for TP. Hell yeah, dude. I'm glad I did not miss this room. Oh man. Yeah, sure we have. Yeah, so okay, this is even small stuff like this is cool because I think that's just a table, and then this is another shelf that's just kind of put on top of it to create this new kind of effect. Self-cleaning toilet paper. Oh, that'd be the grossest, dude. It's like rip, wipe, and then you put it back. Or maybe it could just like auto create and dispense itself. That'd be cool. No one wants to put the arcane TP back. Even if the owner of the house says, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. You can totally do that. No. I don't even want, even if it was just touched, I don't want to mess with that, dude. So we're back through here. And you know, we'll go ahead and take the door out. Fun way to exit. Cool place. Very, very cool place. Lots of personality, lots of different things going on. And really inventive with some of the creations that were made, like the TP. That was really cool. Big fan of the Pandaria room, too. Alright, so that makes 3 places. And there was a thing about Transmog. Alright. Hear ye, hear ye. Got some quick updates on the new Transmog features. We're working on making so that outfit slots unlocks or a warband rod rather than per character. Cool. We're continuing to adjust pricing, including reductions to the cost to set outfits. We're planning to reduce the cost to save a full outfit by 60%. Very cool. I was thinking 50%. That's very neat. We'll also significantly reduce the cost to unlock slots. As in the current public beta, the unlock cost of outfit slots will increase depending on how many you have already unlocked. The overall cost to unlock outfit slots will reduce by about 80%. We're planning to increase the number of total slot outfit slots available from 20 to 50. We sent a lot of feedback from players who feel that they currently need the flexibility of a lot of slots. We expect most or all the pricing updates to come with the next beta build, currently expected to arrive not this week, next week. The warband-wide update will hit beta at a later date. Cool. Those are some good updates. No, thank you, Clan Blonde. For letting me check it out and for letting me share this with everyone else too. This was fun, and that's why I like doing this on stream instead of like by myself, because then it's just me and that doesn't feel right. But yeah, back to this. Good shit. 60%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I still have the idea of creating a non-outfit. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to express this right. But like I was saying, like I want to be able to create. I'd like the ability to not participate in an outfit and have those costs be reduced even more, because it's not a permanent thing. But I guess functionally I don't quite know how that'll work, because isn't that just like that's an outfit too, right? Yeah. I'll have to think about that some more. Maybe about 2.4k gold for a full outfit to edit. It's not as low as I like, but I think I'll take it, considering all the other changes and how much less Transmog could cost in the long term and how many outfit slots we'll get. I mean, you said it before. I don't know if you might have said it before me too, where Keyboard, you were saying, hey, the cost to set up an outfit shouldn't cost anything. I still think that's important too. The cost of setup, because, and it's mostly because when the 12.0 patch goes live, at least from the current testing, everyone's Transmog will be undone. So let's pretend. Here's the case scenario. Let's say on Monday, the Monday before the patch, you paid for your current Transmog setup. You know, you made some changes, whatever. the next day, all your transmog is undone. You know, it's as if you're wearing nothing. Or it's as if you've undone all your transmog. So if you want to get that transmog back again, you need to throw down more than you had paid before, which is, you know, it's less than what it is on the beta currently, but it's still more than what you paid before. I don't think that's right. I think that's kind of fucked up. So I do feel very, very strongly that the first setup on the outfit shouldn't cost anything. After that, then it doesn't feel so bad, because like Keyboard is pointing out, hey, it's going to cost two and a half K to do a full change on of your ensemble, which is a lot, but we're going to be doing that less as well after that first time setup, because you might do a little tweak here and there, you know. So this is good. I think these are I think this is a good direction they're going. I think the only thing that they missed talking about is the first time setup. That's it. Secret bookcases come from the Alliance vendors, and and well, you can buy them in either neighborhood. You just need to go to certain places for it. I don't believe items will store transmog data anymore like they do on retail at the moment, where you can store it in the bank for years upon years and the transmog stays on an item, so you can't transmog. Yeah. But I think because of that, they have an opportunity to make it feel better for players. Because as far as Blizzard's concerned, like that first time setup, okay, that's the first time setup, but then, you know, hopefully people will just be participating in transmog more, because that's the whole point, is to get people to do more with transmog and not less. So even if it's just like a first time setup and now they're like, you know, and someone's like, okay, cool, let me do this and then I won't touch it again, I think that's a win, as long as they at least first set it up. Are the outfits completely gone and we have to put them back together also? No, they're not gone. They're right here in custom sets. So you can see, like, I have these sets that I have. They're just kind of broken because not everything ports in, not everything is transferred over in the whole PTR or beta transfer thingamajig, but they're still there. They're just in custom sets. So all my sets here, Adventure, Angry Villager, custom set, blah, 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 all that stuff is there. Yeah, the changes are huge. I mean, they pretty much cut the things in half, which is pretty good. I think every single item in the game has a unique data ID for all the item data in the game, and having all those transmog data things, it's going to free up a ton of server data storage, even though it's small little IDs with thousands of items per player. Yeah, everything adds up. You know, when people talk about, yeah, dude, we need to get more budget and, you know, from the outdoors, I get it. Like, only having a budget of 200 for outdoor decor kind of sucks. But if you think about it, right now the budget for the neighborhood is 10,000, because that's what they have to consider. So if we say, oh, we need the budget outdoors to go from 200 to, like, you know, to 1,000, then that means the entire neighborhood thing needs to increase by that much. And, you know, the intent is to have everything be visible from in the neighborhood. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But it's basically a lot. Even though it's recommended, they want everyone to play the game. It's funny because I try to collect them but don't use them, and that's kind of what, you know, that's sort of what they want to reach out for too. Is like, hey, let's see what you can do with these collections instead of just, you know, have them sit in a menu. You know, it would be nice. Not everyone's gonna land on that, or it's not gonna hit everyone, or it's not gonna spark everyone's interest. But if they can get more people to do it, then that'd be a big victory. Right? I'll be surprised if my 980 continues to handle midnight shenanigans. My laptop, I only realized the other week, my laptop is about 10 years old, and it's nice. I think it's a cool laptop. Like, it was expensive for a time, but you know, it's one of those thinner laptops, and it works. It's just old and kind of slower, and I looked, I was like, oh, this runs off a 1080. Nice. Still good though. I think what they need to do is increase avenues for earning gold. I feel like earning gold is not so bad. Like, what would the benchmark be? Because I feel like if you're doing those weekly chest activity things, you're in a pretty good spot. Oh my god, Allison just posted a video about the new Transmog system being expensive. Nice. Well, the cool thing though is that he'll be able to get a lot of engagement with people correcting him. So good shit. Good shit. So many world quests that reward 800 to 1k gold. I mean, it's pretty decent, right? It's pretty decent, and then again, from doing like those little tasks and getting the weekly chest, like that's pretty decent too. Increasing gold rewards would negate the point of a gold sink though. I'd like to think that it's pretty good. Now, as for other ways to earn gold, there is always participating in the player market, and doing that, can get you a crap ton of gold. Making gold for the mass and housing is going to make people, yeah, like taking some of your old legacy stuff, like I was saying, like shore it up, see what you have, because you never know, it might be worth a crap ton of gold, in the short or long term. So, in so few words, playing the game will get you plenty of gold. It's just a question of like what sorts of things interest you, and there are going to be like consequences for participating or not participating in certain things. It's like hey, I do all these things to that cost a lot of gold, but I don't like doing the things that don't make gold. You're gonna run into a problem. So making up to pay for my sub tokens to buy all the store items with tokens. Yeah, everyone plays differently. Some people, they just raid log and like that's it. Sadly, that's not going to, that isn't going to get you a lot of gold if you just try to consume without doing anything to maintain yourself. And that's part of the role play of this game, is to figure out like what your upkeep is, and then tailor your playstyle around that. If you don't care to make a whole lot of gold, but you do things that cost a lot of gold, something's gonna have to give at some point. At some point, we have to be gamers, right? At some point, we have to be gamers and then figure out what we can do with what we have, instead of be the kind of gamer that just tells the devs to change the game to make it suit us. At some point, we got to do things too. That's why I didn't War Within. Just sold everything I gathered for the first month when prices were sky high before the raid released. If the game gives us enough gold to cover our transmog costs, then what's the point? It does give us enough to cover our transmog cost, though. That's the thing. Best way to make gold is to have a job and buy a token. Is that too? But some people just want to keep their efforts, and some people, they want to separate their real life jobs and whatnot to what they're capable of doing in the game, right? They don't want to bring anything in from the outside. Wait, yeah, so I think I'm done here, right? Yeah, 50 output slots. Yeah, that's a lot. So, did they change this? Oh no, there's no article yet. So the overall cost will be reduced by about 80%. It's a big reduction. So reduced by about 80%, and it's going to be warbound, and they're giving us more. I'm trying to think of the math here. Like, so is this line based on the 20? Or is the 80% based on the 50? Does that seem clear to me yet? Am I overreading this? Am I overthinking this? So is the cost to wear earned appearances a gold sync or not? Of course it's a gold sync. Yeah. But the question is, should it make you go broke? Like, yeah. To me, the two things that are okay, there are several avenues that are gold syncs. There's repairs, there's transmog, and then there's things that are sold from vendors. Those are things that effectively remove gold from the market. You know, they no longer circulate. Everything else is something that's part of the player economy. So if you're buying flasks and potions, if you are paying for someone to carry you through a raid or a dungeon or something like that, selling stuff on the auction house, doing crafting orders, those are things that are like player market, minus transaction fees and stuff like that. But those are like really minor. If something's going to make you go broke after isn't going to make you go broke after farming that gold, you're not earning enough. Mostly true. Like the previous transmog costs, like those were really prohibitive. So people tell me it's a necessary gold sync, but also it's something that's easily covered. So like, which is it, right? But that's a thing. Like people, I guess people conflate the notion of. So I think of gold sync as a technical term. Others they'll use gold sync as an emotional term. So I think of it as, okay, this is gold syncs are just things that take you out of the market. Other people look at gold syncs as this is something that I dump all my gold into, and I gotta work really hard just to maintain that, because and that's how they define a gold sync. So I think in some conversations, like we're totally like kind of missing the point because we're talking about different things, sort of. I really hope they just agree to cost of buying multiple core IMO. Buying all items one time is already a huge gold sync. Like what? Got any specifics on that? Soru? Sorry. Can't pronounce it. Because, I mean, there are some things that cost like 10 gold. There's some things that cost 150 gold. And there are some things that cost like 5,000 gold. But those are like paintings. So, like, I think to make that kind of claim, you're going to... I think there's a certain item that you have in mind. Can visit my home next if you like. Okay, can do that. I'm not gonna put together a video, or at least when I put together something, it won't be out until like Friday, Saturday, something like that. But I'll need all 50 slots. Hope it isn't a crazy amount, like the Warbank slots. 50, damn. Now I do imagine that I'm going to use a good number of slots for like logic stuff. Like I'm going to use them for modifiers, not full outfits. I really like the things that I was able to do with like the whole house outfit thing. I thought that was sick. because it means I don't necessarily need to make a whole outfit for every situation. If I just want like a certain tweak for something, I can do that. That's really neat. But as for like full outfits, I don't know what I'll use, really. So like the other thing too is if you use situations, and you have a lot of outfits, eventually things sort of start getting murky, because like let's say you want to have a quote everyday outfit. Like how would that work? Like there might be an outfit that you might just want to have, but then you wouldn't apply it to situations. You would just want to change into that every once in a blue moon. But like even if you had a whole bunch of stuff, like as soon as you let situations play into things, it's eventually going to force change you into something else that you might not want to at the time. So you need to make sure to lock it. And that could feel kind of frustrating too, because you would need to have all these different buttons that you would lock. So it's like, okay, I want to change to this now, but now I want to lock it. And then I think it's not going to feel very intuitive if you start to overwhelm yourself with too many outfits and you add situations to the mix. It's going to get messy real fast. Where it's almost lunchtime too. It's almost lunchtime, and I just put out a video today for the trading post. I'm gonna let that marinate and do its thing. So maybe I'll talk more feedback on maybe I'll just talk about the changes to Transmog. I'll do a scripted thing. I'll talk about it tomorrow, or I'll save it for tomorrow. Put that out. But I still really want to work on like the guides. I just want to have I want to have like one or two really good guides. One's gonna be the Monday reminder stuff for all the patch stuff, and then the other one is like, I guess more on housing, but I might be able to squeeze all that into one video too. Sorry, I'm like talking to myself. There's like a lot of information and a lot of stuff that I'm scripting out. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna put it all together? It's just a lot. But also there's a holiday and I want to relax too. I hope they add lots more situations. Imagine if you can change outfits when you use your cooldowns. Imagine if you pop wings and put on an angelic set. As far as I recall, Val, like you can't change your outfit while you're in combat. Yeah. Not that I'll have to like check on that, but I don't think anything. I think if you're in combat, your outfit does not change. I can't think of a situation that works while you're in combat, unless you're doing the Demencius fight and there's a part where you mount up. Maybe that can be a thing. Yeah. Now the whole form change, that's different. Yeah, I think that would be the basis to make us be like, okay, we do need to have things that change, outfits that change when we're in combat. So I think that needs to get figured out. Swimming too. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's try that out right now. I got time. So close that. Open the beater. I'm sorry, bata. Swimming's the easiest thing to check out. Mounting, not so much. I can get into combat and change my situation. And like a total of 5 sets and 4 situations. Yeah, I only need so many. Like, because I know that I'm going to be like, I want to have like a normal outfit that I'll just like edit and fuck around with a lot. And then I'll use modifiers. Hey, I'm in the house. It's going to change a little bit. Hey, I'm doing this. Changes a little bit. But the cool thing is that it's dynamic. It works with it's going to work with whatever my outfit is. This guy. Today's going to be interesting. Let's see if the guild comes through We're going to do the no healer run tonight. So, no healers allowed. We have nothing but Siren Isle rings and Delve belts to keep us alive. Okay, let's make sure this thing works. And we're swimming. Okay, cool. And we come out, and uh-oh. Oh, okay, that took a bit. Yeah, so notice how I changed back to this blue to the blue outfit. So like this is the blue outfit is like the everyday outfit that I set up. It's like the only other default. Anyway, get in combat. Jump the water. I do not change. Normal? Yeah, we start with normal, and then assuming we smoke it, then we try and do heroic and see how far we get. This is the only raid day that we'll have, because Thursdays it's so non-committal. Like I won't be on. I'm gonna be working and doing stuff, and then of course people are gonna be doing Turkey Day. Okay, so that didn't work. Let me try. I think I have an evoker person. There you go. What zone is that? It's Razorwind Shores. It's the Horde neighborhood. Just chill on the beach. Yeah, because we're the Horde, baby. We're freaking hardcore. Yeah. Okay. So I'll change to this, and then I'll double check my. Where's my yak? Yak. So we'll quickly set up a situation where. So one's Drakthir, one's Visage. So boom. Boom. Okay. So oh wait, I gotta have the buttons up too. Genius. All right. Undo the alchemy stuff. So outfit 1, okay. Outfit 2, okay. So let's get into a fight. Actually, no. Let's do a breathing thing. Shit, what makes me breathe? Does that do it? Okay, cool. So roar does it. So we're switching to combat, and it changed my outfit, I think. Oh wait, I think there's a thing that I have to. That's right, there's an auto thing. Damn it. What is it again? Chose that I didn't. Okay, so activate to automatically assume you're a visitor from when you leave combat. Okay, so there we go. Oh, I guess it's because I didn't officially get into combat. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I can't fight like this. Where's my... Actually, you'll do. So I get in combat. And I was not in dragon form. Okay, so let me find another critter. Sorry. Raccoon, you're too tough. Let's see. There's no taunt button. Let's see. Oh wait, I think I can use. No, I gotta get in combat for that one too. Oh no, I suck. Well, hopefully I could just kill something like this. So, where is my other breath thing? Fire breath. Okay, so currently I am in this form. I change to that, and then I get the green shoulders. Okay, cool. So, does this work while I'm in combat? So I'll hit him. I'll do that, and then I change, but then my transmog did not change. Yeah, so that doesn't quite work. But if I happen to just change anyway. And how does this thing work again? While active, you automatically assume your visit form in combat. Activate to disable this effect. Okay, so now I'm in now I'm in this form. If I hit something, then I should change back again, right? Because I have the green things available. That stuff shows up. So now I should change back. Okay, so that works. So the workaround, which shouldn't be a workaround, but the workaround is if I start off in my visage form, or if I'm a Worgen, if I start off in Worgen form, initiate combat, and then end combat, when I turn back to my humanoid form, then everything works okay. The bug is forms don't change in combat, or outfits don't change in combat. That's it. So, yeah, if you want to add me to BattleNet, I'm going to be heading out in a few minutes. You know, knock yourself out. Go ahead and add me right now. There might be a time where I'll do like a big purge or whatnot, but in the meantime, feel free. Gonna wait for all to focus on my house, both the exterior and interior. A lot of the stuff I want, Blood Elf House included, will not be until midnight. Yeah, that's why I'm mostly focused on the on just like the one room. Just give me the cafe, and I'm cool with that. At some point, I might purge all this, you know, most of it, but not yet. All right. Should I play Remix or Anniversary Classic now? Both. Just, yeah, jump in. Whatever. I mean, Remix is easier to jump in and out of because it's a temporary event. Anniversary Classic, that's more of a commitment, you know. But I'd say do both and just see what you have fun with. We need to see them two houses. Huh? Did I miss something? I'm gonna make a house with only stuff in the neighborhood and whatever I have. That's a lot. That's what a lot of folks did. Yeah, I mean that's what the cafe is. Like it's mostly stuff that I just happen to already have. Final thought on Transmog cost is that I freely want to use the rewards I earn and collect, and will never understand how that's controversial. Why people want the game to deter us from doing that as often as we please is entirely beyond me. I don't think that's necessarily what they're trying to say. They're not trying to tell you, no, we don't want you to change them to Transmog, but I think they just don't want, I think they're fine with the friction too. One of the two people that wanted to show you the house. Yes, but it's also noontime, and I gotta eat and all that too. Who were the people though? Because if they happen to be on, then we can do them tomorrow. Friction isn't deterrence. I'm not quite sure with how you're framing that question, Tech Brown. Mm, mm. Oh, the books that I had reviewed. Okay. No, those will go into a video like later this week. I'll throw them together. Not today though. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there. I mean, folks don't want to pay anything for to change their transmog. That's what some people are campaigning for. I think there's a hard line where Blizzard is like, it's going to be a non-zero number. There's not going to be at the moment, there's not going to be a world where there isn't, where there's going to be like zero cost for it. Kind of unfortunate, but something that I know that I can live with. As long as they don't get unreasonable, then I don't see it as like a big problem, because then the consequence of being a chronic transmogger, that's going to be like the edge case where someone's like, oh man, I'm going broke doing this and all that. But at least with the prices as it sounds like they're going to be, I think I'm going to be cool. I'm still going to be cool with doing random transmog every X number of minutes. Maybe instead of every 10 minutes, it'll be like every 30 minutes or something like that. Like that would be it. But yeah, we'll leave it at that for now, because I'm getting really hungry now. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys for the next thing. Thanks for showing me your houses, by the way. I hope to do like a couple more tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be the only other day that I'll be streaming. And okay, why should there be a consequence for transmogging often? I'll never understand that. It's just like things like, hey, it's just like repairs and all that stuff. Is the short answer for that. But yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys for the next thing. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always,